Okay, before we get started, let's refresh YouTube for the little bit of a delay. You know how that goes, so wait. Okay, so it's muted. Howdy, anybody and everybody who's watching. Welcome back to Opening the Door. Today is episode 35. I know, I already know what you guys are thinking. Dude, where you been? You're only on episode 35. You know what? Life happens, things get in the way. I'm a busy man just like you, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm with you all. And tonight I got a special guest. This guy was not going to believe this, but he is the most popular and demanded person that I've had in this hot seat. True story. I have the papers to prove it. I keep all the papers from every interview that I do. So if you all don't know who this guy is, he's a great guy. We've butted heads quite a bit over the years. He's kept me in line, all of them, and I love him to death for it. He's the one, he's the only straight bearded. If y'all don't know who that is, y'all don't even freaking know. Everybody, I want to welcome Rob Acker to the stream. Thanks for coming in, man.
What's up, y'all? What's happening?
How the
How's
hell have
everybody
you
doing?
been?
Man, great, dude. Great. Life is really, really good. I'm on top of it right now. How about you? How you
Look,
feeling?
and speaking of, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Look right there. Best of 2019 on the screen. Jeez. I knew he was going to do that.
Taking it way
I
back,
knew he
back,
was.
back. What's up, Joe? What's up, Daniel?
Rob Acker. I held off asking you this question. We were talking before we hit live. I have to ask you because I've never known this, and you're gonna laugh at me. What is the actual name of your hairdo?
I have honestly have no idea. I have no idea.
Hang on, we may have technical.
Let me know when we're good. You good?
We
Test,
may be
test,
having
test.
technical difficulties. If we are, I apologize. Give me a minute. I have internet on my.
Still having problems? Uh-oh. If he has to leave and come back in. Oh, well, we're at the controls. We're at the controls. Let's get some pizza, some hookers, and some blow. We got this. We got this, guys. All right. Somebody call the hookup. We are at the helm of Beard Times with Scott's YouTube channel. What can we get in here and mess up? Let's reach behind here and see what we can mess up. Let's see. You got any? What you got hiding back here? Is that a prophylactic? Why is the holes popped in? Oh no. Oh, we just won't touch that. We just put that over here. I don't know if y'all are seeing me now or not. If you're seeing me now or not, let me know something. It's Millennial Central. Oh no, you see me? All by my lonesome on Beer Times with Scott channel. Ain't nothing to talk about. What's happening? What's up, Brian? What's up, buddy? Prophylactic. Damn, y'all did hear that, huh? Okay, I'm gonna have to be on my best behavior. Lord, please forgive me. I hope we don't get him in trouble. So how's everybody doing? Hey, don't forget to hit that like button because I don't know if Scott will tell you. Let me see. We got only 10 people in here. I'm not a big fan of sharing stuff out, but I mean, if you feel there's something that might happen in here tonight that you want one of your buddies to see, share it out. I don't know, IG. You ain't got to post it. You ain't got to tag me. You ain't got to nothing. Just get some folks in here. We want to have some fun, crack some jokes, have some giggles. No drinking tonight, so there's not going to be any inebriation. We're being good people these days. Josh Ricks, what's up, buddy? You got your eyes open. I see you. King Ginger. Oh, that's that quiet dude that got on live and didn't say nothing but just be mean mugging. I remember you, Ginger. I remember you. It's the king. We're gonna have to see if we can't do a GoFundMe for Scott's internet. What up, Camo? What up, Camo Cammy? Long time no see, buddy. Rocking on the phone. Maybe Scott should start rocking on the phone, so that way he won't have so many bad times with his technical glitches. My goodness, should we call 911? I feel like Dave solo on a live stream. This is a creepy feeling. Michael Zarate, what's up, buddy? Damn, long time no see since I seen you too. What's happening? Who all's in here? Oh, there's Scott.
Somehow my internet shut down. I apologize for all that because my mother-in-law yesterday called Comcast and we were paying for their high tier, and apparently we still don't have it. So that's what's going on. I apologize for that. So sorry.
It happens. Still less glitches than J. Cruz.
Okay. All right. So back to what I was saying. What I asked you the question was, because I wanted to ask you this because I've never known. What is the name of the hairdo that you actually have?
I remember you asked that question. I truly, honestly don't know. I didn't even know it was a thing. Matter of fact, I think a long time ago I asked Dave and he told me, and I can't remember what it was, but it was after I had already done it. So the reason I did it was, one, I was tired of going bald, and when I had hair, when I wanted to go long, I have these cowlicks at the side, and it always poofs out and looks like a second set of ears. So look, I don't really go anywhere or do anything where I need to be presentable. So I was just going for ease. At the end of the day, all I wanted to do was get up and just put it in I hate to say ponytail but it's easiest, and just not worry about nothing. This hair takes 10 seconds. 10 seconds. No
That's
time.
the hairdo I've always wanted, and I know Mandy won't let me have it, so she won't go for it.
I don't know why not. It's so comfortable. It's so comfortable. As it gets longer, if I let it drop, it's touching the top of my mustache now. It's slammed down to here.
Yeah.
So I can't, like, if I sometimes when you wear a ponytail, as terrible and weird and not grown as that sounds, it gets itchy under the ponytail. God bless them girls and the things they have to go through. But man, leaving it down is just too difficult. So it'll always be up.
So let's go ahead and get into my normal get to know you story and all that good stuff. Tell me a little bit of your story. I did not know this until I didn't know for sure until Rob and I talked a little bit before we started. I thought he was in the military, and he told me he was in the Army for 4 years.
Yeah, 4.
4 years, and he didn't get to go to Desert Storm. You were in, I forget the name of the country.
Went to drop some trucks off in Turkey. I begged to go to be a part of the fight, but there was a certain class or a certain group of mechanics. I was a heavy wheel vehicle mechanic at the time, that they needed to keep the trucks getting ready to get shipped back out to replenish. So I begged to go, and they wouldn't let me go. But yeah, I did. I was in the Army for 4 years. I went to Germany, and it is beautiful. And I've always said that if I ever set foot on German soil again, I'm not coming back. I don't know if that's going to hold true these days with all the political crap that's going on. I'm not sure. But man, just beautiful. Spent a little bit of time in Texas. And I told you before, when I finally got to my 20-year military, 20 years since I joined the military, I'd only done 4. I was like 38 years old, and I'm thinking, man, I could have done 20 standing on my head. It'd have been so easy and just be getting paid. But I chose not to do that. No, but I'm a Florida boy by birth, and around a couple of corners, and ended up landing in North Carolina. So I'm Carolina through and through, not going nowhere. Wife wants to go to Florida. It's not happening. After the military, a couple of jobs here. I was a lumber grader. I've done a lot of things and got really good at them and just moved on. I ended up working 20 years with a local communications company, from anywhere from like cable installer to mainline technician to supervisor to manager to all kinds of everything. And COVID came around in 2020. Can I say that word? The C word came around. We ain't scared of that no more. It came around in 2020. And what up, Mo? Came around in 2020 and they laid off their big money boys. So I decided that I'm just going to retire. I've played it smart and I retired. And I'm telling you what, my life did not start really until I retired. That's when it all the good things just really started happening. And right now I'm just loving life. Hobbies. I got more hobbies than Ken, the official content coach, Bluegrass Bearded, has Instagram names.
What is the first thing you did after you officially retired?
Built up my shop into a wood shop. Got a bunch of tools, lathe, CNC, little stuff that I post all the time. My intention was, at the time I was smoking Mary's ganja, and I wanted to make a vaporizer device that I didn't realize at the time was already on the market, but I wanted to use my lathe to make wooden, high class, high quality vaporizer devices.
Okay.
And then once I started looking at, after I bought the lathe, after I bought all the tools that I needed, because you could charge $120 a pop if the wood's nice enough. Mm. After I had bought everything, I realized there's like 6 or 7 companies already doing this. So that's a bust. So anyway, we just played in the shop, and we don't smoke weed no more. We're good. We're good boys these days. The Lord loves us.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Rob and I have been talking for back and forth for a couple weeks now, and I finally said, let's do it. It was nothing on Rob's end by any means. It was honestly, I wanted to get in front of a camera again. I did, and you guys have been wanting Rob to come in here. And like I said, he's the most requested person to come on the hot seat. That is a true story. You are.
Really?
And you are.
I'm honored.
Because of a message that you sent to me, it was when I was at work during the day. He probably remembers exactly what he probably knows what I'm going to say. Uh-huh. I'm not a very religious person, but I got to tell you, ever since you told me that day, I've been praying every day. No joke. And you guys know that I'm not a religious person at all. I'm not against anybody who is. I just really have never been where I need to be with the Lord. And I ain't going to lie about it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And
right.
To make it clear, it wasn't a shoving something down his throat, because I detest those people.
Yes.
Not to make this about religion, but I detest those people that just shove their stuff on you. I'll never do that. I will drop a little, hey man, if you're really having a hard time at life, just try talking to somebody, but that's pretty much where it stops.
That's exactly
I don't like
the
people that shove it down your throat.
All he told me was, he said, I don't know how you are with the Lord. He said, say a little prayer for some instant hope and help, something of that nature. And I was like, I thought about it and I was like, he's right. I really, honestly. And I thank you for saying that to me, because ever since then, I'm like, that's kind of woken me up a little bit. I'm like, okay.
Even for the people that aren't spiritual or aren't religious or don't believe for whatever reason, even just saying it, you can pray to your ceiling fan fixture if you like, as long as you can hear yourself verbalizing the things that you want. I call it praying. Somebody does actually just call it manifesting. If you hear yourself say it, it's not gonna hurt you.
So we were talking. You were talking about making your vaping machine, so to say. I was actually going to bring that up. I don't know if you guys know this. When Rob started making bearding content, it was not in our bearding community that we know. Rob was, correct me if I'm wrong, you were into the vaping world.
Okay? Yeah.
Educate me on that community and what got you into that.
Well, gosh, it's probably been, I want to say 2014, so 9 years ago maybe. my wife and I were just we both smoked, and we both smoked at least a carton a week, and we would sit out. Wonderful relationship we have, me and my wife, but we would sit out on the back porch after work and just spend hours out there and just talk for hours until it's time to go to bed. And the entire time we're just chain smoking because it was something
What
to
you
do.
do?
It got to be too much, and we went by our little gas station up here and noticed that they had those little blue cigarettes, the very first electronic ones I ever saw.
Cigs
Were
or
little
whatever.
fake,
Yeah.
yeah, something like that. But anyway, we picked some up and got used to those and really started liking them. And then you could never get enough. So did a little bit of research and found out that, hey, these people are building things and I'm catching it right when it's starting. And learned how to build coils and vape and all that good stuff. But as far as uh, reaching out to a community, I noticed when I looked up vaping on Facebook, you can look up anything on Facebook or anywhere really and find there's a niche community for it.
Mhm.
Found that there was already a community established. So I started my own Facebook group called Str8, which if anybody wonders where straight bearded came from, it's not, I'm not anti-gay. It's just straight pluming and straight pluming, baby. But I started my own group and we were the only group that just didn't deal with any of the drama, hater BS. We didn't deal with anybody just coming in disrespecting. It was like a family. So we all learned and taught each other, learned from each other. And just with the whole idea of staying off of cigarettes, just smoking cessation. Sure, vaping at the time was cool. It's corny as hell right now. But at the
Yeah.
time it was cool, but it was all about smoking cessation. And I've since fallen off the wagon 2 or 3 times, but that was a great community. And that's what kind of introduced me to the idea of community. And from there, ended up in the bearded community. Once that the novelty of that kind of died down, the group died down.
I
But that was
remember.
pretty much
I got to watch. He's gonna smile. I remember watching a couple of your vaping videos. Guys, he had a chin strap. He had a chin strap.
yeah,
Oh,
but
he had
it
the
was
mangy
tight.
mane. He did. He had a badass looking chin strap. Go
My
if
wife wants it back. She
I
does.
have his YouTube channel linked down in the description box. Please go subscribe to him. Now keep in mind, Rob is not a big content creator in the bearding game that much anymore. But please go show the guy some love. Follow him
Oh
on
yeah.
as well.
Look, I'll come out with something if something comes out that's really really good, and if you see me do a video on anything bearded, it's either really really good or really really bad. But as far as regular content, I'm not aiming for nothing. I'm not looking for eyes on me. I'm not looking for subs or monetization. I'm just putting up content of what I love, so that way my grandkids, when I'm dead and gone, got something to remember me by. I don't know if anybody out in the audience, if your dad's still with you, thank the good Lord, but for the folks that have lost their dad, how much do you really remember about your dad and how much do you really know? I've got an entire channel dedicated for my grandkids and my family to look at and know who I am and not believe anything that anybody else tells them.
That's
That's all
all.
it's about for me.
What are y'all doing different to your beards? Both look better than ever. Well, in all honesty, Mo, I as you all if you all watch this channel, this is not a plug. I'm answering the question. I've been using Luxurious Bastards products since July, and that's all that you see in here. Literally, Luxurious Bastard oil, butter, wash, pine tar soap, conditioner, and Chicago combs. That's it. That's all I use on my beard daily. How about you, Rob?
I cannot divulge what's in my beard. I'm sworn to secrecy, but I'm giving opinion. I'm not going to say testing, but I'm giving opinion and feedback on something that is working very, very, very well and has rocketed to within my top 4.
Well, then this must be something that is probably around the corner. Wink, wink, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know if that's the case or not, but
Okay.
if it, you wouldn't get it out of me anyway. But I
I
don't
didn't
know.
think so.
You wouldn't get it out of me anyway.
So
But
the bearding content. Where did you get started? Literally, where did it all start for you?
where it really started for me, actually, if you look back at the very first video I have up on this channel or my channel, um, it was 7 years ago. So I want to say that in this bearded community, I'm probably the oldest, including you, beard
Yeah.
content reviewer, I think. But that's just me. I think my first beard review was like 7 years ago, and it was a one-off for a guy that I was doing. I had a business interest with. He was making my juice, so I reviewed his products, and it was terrible. If you want to laugh, go look at it. I think I put pomade in my beer. I had no idea what it was for, but I was like, yeah, it keeps it nice and in place. I didn't know what I was talking about. But anyway, it was really good stuff to me at the time. But I look back at it and it was absolute trash. Like it was literal trash. From that company, I think it was Big B's or something like that. From there, I tried Live Bearded, and I didn't like the chalky feel then. I don't know what it's like now of their butter. It was really chalky feeling to me.
Yeah.
So I think the very next product I picked up was Honest Ape Beard Company. Where's my old heads at? Throw me that thumbs up if you remember and know and use and owned Honest Ape Beard Company.
I
I
remember.
think one of the first things I bought was Sherlock,
Yeah.
and just the fragrance, the scent of that. I'm like, oh my God, it can be like this.
Yeah.
It can be like this. I'm smelling like this for 10 plus hours. Little did I know it was way too strong to wear the way that I was wearing it. But boy, it lit a fire under me. And my whole intention was, I got to tell people about this. Little did I know that there's a lot of people that already kind of knew. But my whole focus has always been for the people that don't know, if they happen across my video and I get one person that's interested in it and they get the same type of value that I do, that's a win for me. I don't care if it's got 10 views or 10,000 views. I don't care. If I can help one person. But that's where it started for me. And then I think I found Dan along about the same time. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, I can see what he's doing. I'm thinking in my mind that I was even on that level, which I wasn't at all. He was the brains, and I was just the excitement and the passion. I'm thinking, well, he's got the idea and the science and everything covered. I just want to be the passion. So I knew I wasn't stepping on toes, and just kind of continued from there. And they were really bumpy and rocky. But in my videos, if you don't find passion, I'll kiss you right on your right butt cheek. Passion in every one of them.
I have to agree with Rob on that. Whenever he did videos, he wasn't phoning anything in. I'm not saying anybody does. It was just he wasn't doing it just to put up a video. He had a purpose of putting up all of his videos, and he even said some of the stuff in the products he didn't like, and he did it very well, because it bothers me to this day when I watch, because I really do not watch a lot of beard reviewer videos anymore. I'm not saying it's run its course. I'm never going to say that, because I will probably do it again in the future, but you got to have a reason why you're putting your video up for that. Like, such as my thing, my routine is I'm gonna give it to you straight. That's pretty much my thing. Everybody knows that. I'm the guy I'm not a bullshitter. I'm gonna tell you it sucks. I'm gonna tell you it's good. Whatever you need to know. What you see is what you get. Is what I'm trying to say. You got to have a reason. Such as Rob was always trying to be positive, and he would say in his videos, not for me or whatever, but still give it a try. He still did not knock the company. He was very good at give it a try. Not for me. You may like it. Let me know what you think. He always did that. And I like that about your videos. You always kept it positive no matter what.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And this.
I've been accused of purposefully being positive. Oh, yeah, this. I recently saw a video that I shouldn't have been seeing of a guy that tried to take ownership of that. And I'm thinking, my guy, that shaka is older than the volcanoes in Hawaii. He thought, that's me first. I did that first. Okay.
Dream
anyway, it's funny.
Barbado Joe.
I never tried Barn Brand. Never tried Barn Brand.
Wow. I really think.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah. See? To this day, yes, I still talk about this specific thing, because Rob was one of the guys who got my phone call, and he said, my video was not positive, it wasn't good, and he said, you got to do it. He said, I remember you said, you have to be Scott. You know what you got to do. And the second person I called was Gary Lewis, and he said the same thing. And to this day, Barbado Joe says that's my best review I've ever done, for the simple fact that it was an overhyped company to me, and I did not give him a good review, and the dude just went haywire.
So I can tell you that I'm 100% certain, because I remember my reasoning for telling you that you have to do it is because in the past, in the 4 or 5 years, or how long has it been? I don't even know. since
6.
when I started reviewing. I think it might have been. I might be pushing 5 when I started. I'm not sure. I would hear a lot of people say, hey, if I'll try it and I'll give you a review, and if it's not good, I won't review it.
Yep.
Well, then what are you reviewing for? If you're not going to tell your Pizos and compadres out here in beard community land what is garbage for you, even if it's subjective, which everybody hides behind that word, which I think is a crock. Well, there's subjectivity, I agree, but some people hide behind it. But if you're not going to report on a bad product, shut your channel down. To me, it just shut your channel down, because I'm invested. I'm subscribed because I want to know what's good. And if you only tell me what's good, I know nothing. So that's why I told you had to do it. And that was one thing I hated to do. And Joe can attest to this. I had an Ace Beard Co. I can say it. They've been long gone for a long time.
Yeah.
Ace Beard Co. Had a product, and I just, wow. There's another company as well. And I was talking to Joe for a long time. I was like, man, this stuff is just really bad, really bad. And I had to hit him, and it hurt. I hated making that video. I hated making those videos, but I made them. I had to. Those were the days, though.
People don't really realize how hard it is to do that. Like, in all honesty, excuse me, if we're making content like we were, I say it in the past because we don't make it regular, you and I.
Right.
We were kind of, what's words I'm looking for? Prime time? Like, people were on us. Like, what's Scott doing now? What's Robert doing now?
Yeah.
It was always, it almost was like a circuit, pretty much.
Yeah.
You knew who was going to put videos out, and probably is that way to this day. I don't know. But you knew who it was. You knew who was going to get all the stuff first or whatever. What is this person going to think? Because I remember there was another product that come out, or a scent that come out, that the whole entire bearding community went nuts over.
Yeah.
And Cash from Black Rebel Beard Company. The scent was absolutely amazing. Still going to admit it to this day. However, his blend of emu and such, it did not work for me. And I remember, because I was the last person of that circuit. I did it on purpose because I was waiting to see what everybody else was doing. But I was still honest about it. And Pedro, he was like, thank you for being honest. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you, a high rating, or I'm going to tell you what the deal is. And I did.
Yeah.
But people don't realize you got to be honest. You have to tell the truth when it comes to things like that. You really do. Not everything is amazing. Not everything is great. You can't.
A lot of those folks don't realize, and a lot of people still to this day don't realize, that are making reviews and videos. And I don't watch very many of them. Actually, I don't think I watch hardly any of them. Very rare, unless Jay Cruz or somebody does something. I don't watch videos anymore. But when you're lying to that camera, you think nobody is. I can't see what he said.
He's asking, does emu or ostrich? I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh,
no, this blend is not for me. Just being honest, I haven't really found an emu blend that works for me. Ostrich, haven't used it yet. So,
yeah, ahead. with being honest or being dishonest in a review, there are people, not many people, but there are people like me. I can smell a lie like a fart in a car. It's not very, very seldom. Am I not looking right dead in somebody's face when they're saying, like, I know all the tells. So the best thing to do is, if you're a reviewer, if you're an aspiring reviewer, just be honest. People may not like it. They might think that I don't even know what they're going to think, but as long as you're honest and you do it with respect and some type of decorum, you'll be really well respected. But God, please don't you dare lie to that camera and people look in your face. Don't do that. That's terrible.
That's true.
I can't do it. And I don't know anybody that's doing that now. So there's not I'm not pointing at anybody. I honestly don't know.
True North Beer Company's in the building. Hey, Chris, good to see you in here, man.
True North, what's up, buddy? That dude is active on Instagram. He is active.
I'm very excited for his launch. I really am. Chris has been putting in a lot of work. I know Dan from Grindstone is around the corner. I'm very proud of both these two companies. One's brand new, one is coming back. I'm very proud of both of them, being that Dan is coming from where we are, from being a product reviewer to making a company, which is, and he's not the first. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah. No. Yeah. But the
That's a
ones that have come before have been very successful.
yes. Crusher's Creations. I love
Yep.
Brian. I love him.
Fable.
Fable, Colin as
Love him or
well.
hate him, the dude's doing it.
Right. Right. That
He's
is very
doing it.
true. The two companies that are coming, or one's starting, one's coming back. I'm very proud of both of you. I really am. I'm excited for both of you. I wish you both nothing but success. And while we're talking about it, I think that True North is going to be launching at the end of March, beginning of April, if I'm not mistaken. And I know that next Friday, 3/3, that's what he's been saying. Grindstone Beer Company on Daniel the Bearded's YouTube channel is doing his launch. Happy to plug that for him.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm
Nice.
telling you,
I didn't
man,
realize it was that quick.
yes. Congratulations, Daniel.
Yeah.
I will be watching. I'll be watching it the playback because I'll have my daughter next Friday in, and gotta have daddy-daughter night before anything else. That's how it goes. All right, we're getting out of this bearding content making thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's switch to the thing that we all hate about it, the community. Oh, did I say that out loud? I did.
No.
Hey, Daniel, we appreciate you, man. I'm very excited for you. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try some of your stuff. I am.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely buying some of that. I gotta try it.
Watch this. I'm even gonna buy some of it. Yeah, I'm gonna be one of those guys. Yeah, I am. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
A reviewing guy who buys his own stuff? No way.
I am so far removed from like wanting or desiring any scents or fragrances in my beard products, but I'm curious. I'm curious to see what Daniel's going to do. I'm when he opens up, whenever that is, I'm definitely getting some. I need to try.
It's next Friday. I know that for a fact. He said 3/3/23.
Okay, on his channel.
Yes, it's Daniel the Bearded or Grindstone. It's Grindstone Grooming.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
Perfect. Right after a payday too. Boom. That's what's up.
Daniel, I did answer your question. The one that you have is with tobacco. That's what I'm looking for. Tobacco is my bread and butter, man. So let's get to that topic that we all hate about the bearding game, the community. Yeah, I said it. I did. I broke it out. Why is there so much drama? And it's facial hair, people, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, this topic that we're talking about now literally could turn into one of my famous rants, but it's not going to.
I won't allow it.
Right. In all honesty, people, it's facial hair. Is it really that important to you all to show so much hate on social media towards each other? Honestly.
So look, let me weigh in here. just a little bit. I mean, I don't have hatred for anybody. I have severe dislikes for people and their ways, but it's not to the point of. A little bit ago, I had a really, really hard time not having an out of body go visit handle. I don't want to say anything more than that. And I realized that I'm reacting to these guys and there's no reason for it. I mean, it's clear that over time, so much time has passed and the same game is being played back and forth. And I finally came to the realization, it's like neither one of these guys, or any of them that I'm aware of, has had any positive growth that wasn't based on purposefully being negative. There's no positive growth out of what they've done, and they haven't caused any real damage. So I don't why bother? The way I see it now, and the way I wish that anybody that's getting ridiculed or anybody that dares even watch these guys, and whatever it is they do, while they've got their eyes on you, critiquing everything you're doing, stay in the windshield. Stay in the windshield and keep getting it. I'm passing their asses. While they're 40-some-year-old men worried about me posting pictures about my wife or something, I couldn't care less, bro. They're wasting their time, trying to get me, and I'm zooming. My life is banging, dude. I'm popping. Nobody can touch me. Nobody can touch me. And these guys think they can. If you're having an issue with haters and their mouth and their lip and stuff, shut them down and pass them, man. Hit the gas. Just go. Forget them.
I agree with this guy 100%, you guys. I really do. Because this guy here is one of the guys, when I had a very foul perspective in the community, because I was always one of the guys who would just make a rant about whatever, or if let's just make an example. I'm making an example, not starting a fire. Let's say Jay Cruz, his name's right there. Let's say Jay Cruz said something about some company behind somebody's back and blah, blah, blah. And the word would get back to me. I would be that guy that would normally just turn my phone on in my bathroom and blast his daylights out. Am I wrong, Rob? I would.
Yeah, no, I've been right there with you, bud. I'm with you too.
And Rob would watch it back, and most of the I got back from him. What are you doing? What,
Yeah.
you idiot? You know, I would get that from this guy right here. He would be like, dude, you're better than that.
Yeah,
And
you're way better than that.
it's taken me all this time, honestly. I'm looking at the camera as I said, you were right, dude. It was such stress and literally just drama that I didn't need. And like we were talking before we started, that's the stuff that we got to get rid of. That's right, Ken. Rob is on screen. I got the man.
What's up, Ken? You missed my zinger earlier. I said I got more hobbies than Ken, the bearded content coach from Bluegrass, has IG names. Yeah, dude, I feel you, man. I used to go both feet in, and we were talking a little bit in the green room. I guess it's the green room. We were talking a little bit about just going both feet in and just constantly trying to defend. Because back in the day, if somebody was getting railed in the Instagram comments in the community, no one would come to their aid. No one would come to their rescue. And they just sit there and watch it like they're just eating popcorn. I'm thinking, this dude is getting railed for no reason by some just turd, and nobody's saying it. Well, I was the guy that would always say something.
Yep.
And the things that I said to you, Scott, believe me when I tell you, there are tens more than just you. There's so many people that I talk to like that in the community. And it's not my intention. Maybe I step out of my lane. But if somebody doesn't help mediate some of this stuff, instead of just watching it happen, this community is going to fold. And I try to, if there's people out there, God knows, Chris will tell you face stock if he's in here. I do it to him all the time. A lot of people, if there's something where you're just way outside of yourself, I'm like, hey man, let's talk about it, dude. You're kind of wasting your time. You're spinning your wheels. You're not going nowhere, and you're making yourself look dumb in the process.
Right.
Not just him. That's many people.
I'm pretty sure that I made myself look like just a dumb redneckish type of person quite a bit. But you know what? I did it. I've always been a hothead most of my life. I apologize if I ever offended anybody. Just saying, you know. But it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. You're allowed to be you, dude. You're allowed to be you. You're allowed.
All right. So the bearded community in general, I'm really not in it anymore. Then I know some people, that you may not like that, but it's not the fact that I've gotten out of it or whatever. I made a commitment to a company and I'm sticking with it. I am. However, I will say I will be trying Grindstone Beard Company and some True North. I will be trying them. So what did it say? Some people deserve it, Scott. Yes, they do. Some people do deserve that. They do. But I went over the line a few times. I admit it. I did. I was a hothead because I'm not afraid to say F-bombs and such on camera. It don't bother me. Some people, they don't want to. There was a sweet spot between 2018 and 20. Since then, it's been balls.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I can't disagree with you there. That's I feel old saying it. Those were the days, and it wasn't even a few years ago.
And it's so unnecessary to have that type of division because there's so many people that I know. I hate to call it the other side, but that's what it is. There's so many people that support that other side and show out for that other side and comment in support of. And I'm thinking I would like to have at least not a relationship. I'm not trying to hold his hand and take him out to dinner. I'd like to have the relationships with a few of these people and wouldn't have had a problem with having at least an internet friendship with some of the main players on the other side.
Mm.
It's just so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary. The way I'm living my life right now, and the way that anybody that seems to get consumed by this type of negative, just terrible. I've been accused of being positive, like I was trying to be. I'm not trying to be nothing, bro. I'm trying to be happy. That's all I'm trying to be.
Right.
Life is way too short to be worried about some simple, stupid stuff. If it doesn't serve you in a positive way, exit, nix it, get it out of here, ignore it. I had almost 2,000 people on Instagram, which isn't like a feat or anything. I'm not saying it for that. But at that time, when the negativity and the hatred just got to be too much, I whittled down to 200 people. If they don't serve me, or if I've watched them, which is right or wrong, if I've watched them support that other side against me, they're gone, they're out, and now you got to work your way back in. And
Yeah,
that's the way I look at it. If it doesn't serve me positively, it's gone. Poof, be gone.
I agree with him. I do, because I need to start doing that for myself in everyday life. And like you're saying, if it's not do anything for me, it's got to go. I got to start
Yeah,
as well. On to a new topic now, shall
there
we?
you go.
I want you all to look behind the awesome hairdo that Rob is sporting. Take a look. What do you see? I mean, if you haven't been watching the dude on social media, yeah, he's getting excited because he's looking at Elisa's drum kit back there behind. What? Let me. Hey, good to see Corey from Weatherbeard in here. Hey, man, how you doing, man?
What's up,
Uh,
Corey? What's up,
so
everybody? I'd say hi to.
I gotta ask you, what brought on playing the music, man?
You know what? What did bring on playing the music?
Because honestly, it kind of surprised me. I'm like, what the hell is
I've
he doing?
I've always been into music, and years ago, and I should say at least more than a decade ago,
Oh,
I
hold on,
played
Rob. Hold
guitar.
on, Rob.
Oh, go ahead.
Corey says he's got COVID. Oh man.
Oh no!
Oh, hey, I'll be thinking about you, Corey. I hope you get better soon, man.
Let's everybody give Weatherbeard the time to recover before we
Yes.
start placing massive orders.
All
Let's
right,
have
back.
let's lower our expectations.
So what
Get
got
better, Betty.
what got you into playing the music?
I honestly wish I could remember what got me into playing drums, but I've always been into music. I've played guitar before. I was never really anything better than a rhythm guitarist. It wasn't anything magnanimous, and I've lost a lot of my fingering, for the lack of a better term, since. So I tried to get back into that, and I won the awesome guitar back there on the wall from Alley Cat giveaway, which I'm super thankful for. And I don't play like I should. I want to say I don't even know what it was that triggered it for me, but I went looking on Amazon and I saw. You know what triggered it for me? That I don't even know his name. I follow him on Instagram. The dude that drums really fast with one hand, Estevez or
Yeah, I know you're
whatever
talking
that guy's
about.
name is. The
Yeah,
dude's amazing. I want to say that I would just watched him and I started following him and I was like, "Damn, that guy's killing it." So I don't even know when you start thinking or watching anything about drums, things start popping up. So I ended up on Amazon and I just looked up electronic drums because with my wife's office being right on the other side of that wall, she works from home, which is a blessing. I went on Amazon, looked for an electric drum kit because I knew it wouldn't be too loud, and I found a cheaper. The brand name is Donner drum
Connor.
kit. They had like a cheapo for like 250. It was barely nothing. They
Uh,
had one for that was for like 600, and I was like, you know what? I got that. Let me give it a shot because I'm always, forever have I always been beating on the steering wheel, and I don't just beat. I beat with fingers, and I do cymbals with pinkies and stuff. So I'm like, let me just give drums a shot. Bought it, had that kit for a month, and really, really enjoyed it. I mean, instantly right away, a lot of people have been telling me, "Dad, dude, that's a week." You know, that it took me 4 or 5 months to get where you are in a week, and I had no idea if that was true or not. I'm not fantastic, but I knew that I picked up just like a simple groove right away.
mm,
I kept that old drum kit for like a month, and it wasn't enough. So I went and got this one, and that one hurts a little bit, but I love it every day. Today is the first day I've not played that kit. I've got some arthritis acting up, and I'm trying to give a little bit of rest, got some braces and stuff. But man, drums for right now. Whenever I go in on anything, whether it be a hobby, y'all remember the RC cars and the woodworking and the cologne perfumes, parfums, and now it's drums. When I go, I don't just like dip a toe in.
all
I'm
in.
skinny dipping and I'm doing all kinds of stuff. But I love it. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's been wonderful therapy for me, man. It's great therapy.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Yeah.
I got to admit, because I got the blues for a while. I did sell my drum set to
Mm.
a 12-year-old kid last year, but I did it for the simple fact that it was just sitting in cases. Like I can play at home. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I can't. I don't have an electronic kit. I had a big Pearl kit, and I can't play that all the time. And I was thinking to myself, because I had a guitar here, and I said, well, I've always played because I wrote the most of my old band's music for the most part. I structured it. And I said, I want to play guitar. So I did. Now, there it is. The 5150. You can see it.
Yeah,
Guitar on the wall. And that's what I do now. I play here at home. And I don't regret it one bit. I've got 4 guitars now. And honestly, all I play is what I grew up on. Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, Anthrax, all the old stuff that's literally 30, 40 years old. I still love it.
Yeah,
and
me too.
I am happy just sitting here chugging away with myself. I really am.
Yeah.
But I can't lie to you. I do miss swinging sticks, though. I really do.
Oh, I love it, dude. I got to tell you a couple things. First, Mike B, I just saw him pop up. Mike B.
Oh, hey, Mike B.
I never back down from a challenge. And he says, "Hey, man, how about try playing? Next time, because I make occasional videos, and it's just for me to see if I can do it, and so people could see my family and whatnot." But he says, "I want you to try Led Zeppelin's 'When the Levee Breaks.'" And I'm like, "Okay, that's an old song. It can't be too hard. That's an old song. It can't be too." Boy, was I wrong. So I got Drumeo, right? That it's a Drumeo is a application program software where you can learn how to play drums, and you can also learn how to play guitar, piano, and sing all in one app. And so I bought a year subscription to it, and it really helps. It shows me reading drum music is so easy. It's so easy for me. It's not like piano music; it's just really easy. But he said, "Hey man, play When the Levee Breaks." And I don't know if you remember, it's God, I can't even remember the daggone groove right now. I can't believe that. But anyway, it's got a weird offbeat bass kick.
Yeah, it's like
it's a weird bass. It's a weird double offbeat double bass kick in that groove. And as a new drummer, I don't have limb independence perfectly just yet. So every time my right foot wanted to do something, my left hand, my right hand wanted to do the exact same thing, and it's not supposed to. I spent 2 days, at least 4 hours a day. So I'm going to say I'm close to 7 to 8 hours in just trying to get the double bass to get ingrained in my brain. I'm playing it at like 30% speed, which is great because Drumeo lets you do that and lets me loop it. So I'm just sitting there just playing this loop over and over. So Mike has given me my hardest challenge so far. And once I get my wrist back right, which will be tomorrow, I'll be fine. I'm going to get back to learn that song, and I hope that's going to be the next one I post. But that was a challenge.
Hardest songs I had to now I'm not I was never a good drummer. I want to clarify that. I was just good at keeping time. I will be honest, and I beat the daylights out of my kit. The hardest two that gave me a challenge, and I know Rob's going to like roll his eyes, but it's fun playing them. Slayer's War Ensemble and Silent Scream, because they were fast. They're very fast songs.
Yeah.
But the Silent Scream, that one is like the fastest double bass I've ever like attempted to try to play. The dude's like this the whole song. I got it to about 80% speed. I could never do it full on. There was no way. It's insane. It's insanely long double bass, 2 feet. There was no way I could do it. But when I got through the whole song of both of them, I was like, put a hole in my snare drum. I was like, fucking did it. It's like I got through the whole thing.
It's an accomplishment, man. It is such a great feeling with the drums nailing a song. The first song I thought that I nailed. I say nailed because I'm new and I don't know any better. But to me, I nailed it. When I nailed the Country Girl, and before this show, I would have said, I hate country music. I don't listen to it. But I played that song, Country Girl, Shake It For Me, whatever, and I put that up on YouTube. The very first time I played that song, I kind of played it front to back. And the first time I'd ever played it or even heard the whole song, I'm just reading the music playing, and I was like, holy cow, I just nailed that just by reading it. And I couldn't, I mean, I nailed it like 85%.
Right.
But it felt so good. And dude, I was indestructible. I was on a cloud. I was like, holy cow. I'm out there skipping. I'm like, baby, I just nailed the song. Bro, the pump that I got from that, I'm chasing that all the time now. It's wonderful feeling.
It really
To
is.
be able to do something right like that, oh, it feels so good.
You sent me the message the other day. You wanted me to watch some of your stuff, and I can't honestly tell you any other advice than literally keep playing, because that's how you get better, and it's the truth. It really is.
Yeah,
You are doing a fantastic job.
I appreciate it. I sent that one link out to you and Vinny because Vinny plays drums, and I would have never known that before. But
Yeah,
he sent me a bunch of his concert or show videos, and he's a monster. He's a monster anyway. Vinny P is the man. Period. But yeah, I reached out to both you and Vinny. I was like, hey man, check this out. If there's any tips you can give me, hit me. I mean, I did that to one of my Facebook groups. I put a link in the Facebook group, and I'm like, hit me with some tips. And man, they just with the tips and the criticisms. I guess when I was hitting the snare or whatever, I would rest my hand on my leg, and a lot of people identify that as like, stop it, and I
yeah.
stopped it. So many things just by accepting that criticism. It's gotten me so much better.
Have you played to
So
a click yet? Have you played to a click track with Drumeo?
yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay.
all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, all the time.
I didn't know if you did, because some people that don't play an instrument in general, some I've talked to, and they're, what's a click track? And this is
Yeah,
my
the
response.
metronome, the
I'm
internal
like,
metronome.
what do you mean? I'm like, that's how you record. You keep in time, such and such.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know what that is. I'm like, and they would be great musicians at what they do, and I would say, you need to go back and
yeah,
learn your fundamentals. And
yeah.
Metallica
So
was,
with Drumeo, it's got an option to where you can play with or without the included drums. You're playing the song as it appears on YouTube, and they
yeah,
strip the drums if you want to. So if I'm playing along with a song, let's say the Aerosmith song, and the drums are on, I can keep time pretty decent for the most part. But if I'm drumless, I drift a little bit. So I'm still learning how to lock into that time, and the metronome has been my friend a lot.
yeah. That's what I was going to say. After you learn to play with a click track, and I'm not one to turn it off. I never did. I always kept it on. I was always the guy that no matter what, my hi hat foot was literally, if I kept the hats closed for the most,
Yeah,
my
just
heel
bouncing.
my heel is still touching that floor, tapping to that speed
Yeah,
all the time. I always did that all the time, because I use the double bass pedal instead of using two bass drums. I use the ghost pedal, and I really enjoyed doing that. I did, because the way I played, no one could see the left pedal. I kept it
right.
hidden, and they were like, they knew it. Where's your other pedal? I didn't want them to see it. That's all. I didn't want. That's all.
How's he doing that?
Yeah, it was obviously they knew I had one, and they're, where's the other one coming from? And I said, it's hidden. What? I don't want you to see it. That was the point, because if you looked at my drum set, I only used one rack tom, and I kept it right in front of my snare drum, so everyone's looking up for it because they see me swinging.
Mm-hmm.
But I played like a high school drummer. I'd play all flat. And they'd say, what are you hitting? I'm like, the rack tom you don't see, because it's right in front of it. They saw my orange sparkle drum, and they thought it was my snare. You have another one behind you? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm playing everything flat and low, because I was real simple. I kept at the minimal kit. I used 4 drums, and the cymbals were just crash, ride, China. That's all I used.
Right.
Standard.
Right.
Rob,
Right.
your beard is on spot, man. What, you do your own beard trims?
I do, Mike. I'm noticing, looking at myself in the thing. I'm coming to a point here, and I'm not
Yeah.
quite sure why. I think it's because I'm sitting down and it's laying on my chest.
Yeah.
But I actually did just cut off like 3 inches and just kind of shape it back up. But really, what I've got in has been keeping me on point for the past couple of days, and I'm thoroughly surprised. I'm shocked, actually. I'm very surprised. I can't wait for you guys to know when this is coming out.
Okay. So,
But thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
do you? I got to ask you, because I see the guitar back there. What did you touch my drum set? Did you touch my drum? That's funny. What do you have an amplifier for the guitar up there?
I do. I've got a Boss Katana.
Oh,
I can't remember the rest of it, but I've got a Boss Katana, and I've got an old, just a junky one that I use for the bass when I'm not using the drum amp. I've got two inputs on my drum amp, so I'll play the bass through the drum amp, and then I've got the Boss Katana, and I can hook it up to the computer, and I've got all kinds of sounds and reverbs and all kinds of things that I can do. But the problem is, I haven't played the guitar since like I got the guitar amp for like a week. I mean, the very first week I had my guitar amp, I was playing it pretty heavy, and then the drums got here, and I'm just pretty much I'm all drums. I'm like 99% drums. I think I picked up my bass from over here and moved it over there today. That was the first time it's been touched in weeks. And I picked up the bass from the pawn shop. It was dude wanted like 160 for it. It's really nice. I mean, it's an Ibanez. He wanted like 160 for it, and I plugged it in, and it wouldn't work. And I was like, he's like, yeah, man, 160. I was like, yeah, dude, this ain't working. I said, I'll give you 80. He says, I'll take 100. So I gave him $100. Came home, soldered a couple wires, got me some new strings on it. I do enjoy the bass. The bass is really easy. My problem with guitar is I'll be muting strings and stuff because the strings are so close together. But bass is all day.
Rob got to actually watch me play. I was playing along with some old music.
He was killing it.
I don't think so, but
he was killing it. He was killing it.
It was that band you heard me playing with. That is a band that I've known since 1997. I went to my local CD store in a mall. Yeah, it's weird saying those places now, isn't it, guys?
Yeah, yeah.
I went there and I was listening to Metallica and Slayer as a teenager, and I looked at the store owner and I said, I want to get some metal, but I want something new and different. He sold local bands music. I didn't know this at the time. The drummer of Monolith, that's who you were listening to. He's there. He was my age, but he didn't say who he was. He's like, here, listen to this. It's a new band, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go see that band in April. They've been around since 97. The drummer committed suicide 7 years ago. Yeah. They found him, killed himself, and this will be their first show without him in 8 years. And it's kind of emotional. It's awesome. I'm really excited to go to see that. It's going to be a good time.
If anybody gets to that spot in their life, please reach out to me.
Yes.
I will find the bright side for you. I've always been so afraid to say that. I've always felt compelled to want to help people that had the mental health, or men's mental health specifically, issues where they're just really backed against the wall. I've always wanted to reach out and post on Instagram, hey guys, if you're having a bad time, if you need somebody to talk to, I'll be your ear. But I've been scared shitless of being bombarded by DMs. But if it gets, ultimately, what I'm saying right now to everybody is, if your life gets bad enough to where you're trying to off yourself, or it even passes through your mind, hit me up. I will find your bright side for you. I promise you. My bad. I didn't mean to go that far, but I can't stand people taking themselves out. I hate that. There's no need for it.
I'm glad
this too will pass.
I'm glad you said something of that nature, because I'm not thinking about killing myself. So don't anybody worry or think about it.
Oh, of course not.
We all these thoughts come in our heads from time to time. They do. What's your purpose? Such and such. I admit it. I even told Rob, I feel like in the past couple years, I've been going through maybe a midlife crisis. I'm not sure. And I honestly think that I've worked through my anxiety about 80%, honestly, being honest with you guys. I don't have this feeling in my brain that there's something wrong with my heart anymore. So I don't even think about that anymore. That's a great step for me, because a year ago, you couldn't even get me out of my rocking chair because I was scared to death that something was wrong.
Wow.
Yeah. And now I just got to accept the fact that I'm getting older, and literally in my head, I got to, what's next? Stay positive. Like Rob has been preaching.
You're still a badass, dude. You're a formidable man. I don't see you slipping. I'm telling you, the biggest advice that I could give to anybody that's having any type of, I don't even know if I've been through a midlife crisis or not. I have no idea. Maybe I haven't. I don't know it. But I know that I've had my head close to being warped enough to where I know that whatever causes that, I need to get it out. So, and the best advice I give anybody is if it does not serve you in a positive way, cut it. If you've got that one friend that's constantly bringing you down, cut them. If you've got that one friend that's constantly drinking, always wants to go out and get drunk and do some dumb stuff, cut them. If it doesn't serve you good, get rid of them. It's just that easy. And if they don't understand, who cares?
I think what happened to me, seriously, is when I started having anxiety and such and panic attacks. Excuse me. I'm pretty sure what happened in my head was I kind of lost a lot of my self-esteem because I was worried about something being wrong with me. And I really do think that's what happened because I'm not depressed by any means. I'm a happily married man. So I know it's not depression, but I think I just kind of just lost my step, lost my self-esteem a little bit. And I don't even know how or why that even happened. I really don't.
It's a hard pill to swallow when you go from being a strapping man that can pick up a pallet of whatever the heck you pick up at work, and now it's difficult for you. That's a step backwards, and that's going to have some type of effect on you. You just got to realize, accommodate as best you can, and
Yeah.
realize that it's your time to be there. It doesn't mean you're finished. It's just you've spent your entire life, I'm sure, just like I have, just like everybody else has. When you go and you're at work, you're 110%. It's go go go. You've done it. You kind of burnt yourself out. You can't be there for the rest of your life. Accept it, give your best, and just move on. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. As far as panic attacks, man, I wouldn't even know what type of advice to give on that. I thank the Lord that I haven't had any issues like that. I don't even know what that's like for you, but I hate it for you.
It was rough. It was very rough. And I've worked myself through them. Like I do get them now. But now when I experience it and I know it's coming on, I'm like, okay, it takes me about 5 minutes to process it, get in my little mind frame. I'm like, okay, it's coming. Just relax.
Good,
Keep my brain going. Yeah, stay
good,
the course, basically. And I'm like, okay. Most of the time I come in here and play guitar. I do. I'll turn the amp on and blast the damn thing, and I'm like, okay, I'm good.
good,
I just distracted out of my mind. That's all I need to do.
good.
So what's next? For Rob Acker? What's the next song on the queue to learn?
Oh, when the levee breaks, Mike B has issued a challenge. I mean, I've got a couple that I'm already ready with. I don't even know. I'm not slipping them out so people watch them. I realize they're not getting much views, and it doesn't matter to me. But I'll go back and I'm watching them and I'm learning them. But I'm honestly going through Drumeo and I'm picking skill levels, and I'll play every song in a specific skill level. And once I've gotten that proficiently, I'll move on. So I'm getting ready to graduate out of 3 skill level and go to 4 out of 10. Each time the songs get a little bit harder, and they got thousands of songs. But man, it's just every day, bro. I want this little bit of arthritis stuff that's happening with me. I guess from hitting these rubber pads is not a good thing. So I've got to, when I'm playing, I'm in it and I'm hitting them some bitches hard, but I don't need to be hitting them that hard. They still make the same sound. But for me, next is happiness.
I'm gonna throw a challenge out there for you. It's not. Well, it's a different type of drum beat. This is why I'm saying it. It's a group I've been listening to here lately. They've been around for a while.
Be gentle. Be gentle.
Finger 11. The song's Paralyzer. I know you've heard the song.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I need to. How do I type that? How do I write that down? Damn it.
Well, there's a reason why. Because I didn't know this until I saw him live. You know the drum. Okay, you know the song, right?
Yeah.
Did you know that the groove to that song is the same groove that is Another Brick in the Wall?
Oh, I already played that one. That's great.
That the rudiments of that is in Paralyzer. And I was thinking, I said, he's going to have fun with that song.
What is that? But I seem to be struck by you. You want? Is that the song? Okay. Yep. I'm on that because that's going to be one of them motivating songs. Yeah,
that's a groovy song.
I'll hit that as soon as I get off the live tonight. I'll find it. I hope Drumeo's got it. If Drumeo don't got it, there's a Songster app on my phone that has it, that plays a little corny music with it, but it's there, I'm sure. Yeah, that'll be tonight. That'll happen tonight.
Awesome, man. That
Mo says he likes to sing in sync in the shower. Tell me why.
I listen to podcasts when I'm in the shower. I honestly do. This is simple, or interview or something. Yeah, something I don't have to watch per se.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. Matter of fact, Jay Cruz just got me into podcasts. I had to ask him, like, bro, I know you've been doing podcasts for a while, but where do I find it? How do I get it? I mean, I know where Joe Rogan's was, but I didn't know that Spotify was everybody's platform. I had no idea.
Yeah, Joe Rogan has that $100 million contract with Spotify
Yeah,
or whatever it is. That's
that's
great.
crazy.
That's great. Not knocking him. That's awesome.
All Jay Cruz needs is a Bustelo sponsorship, and he'll be happy.
Jay Cruz is such a good dude. He
Dude,
really is.
he's the best. He's the best. He's the best. Like literally the best.
I
As soon
mean,
as he came out in the community, I saw his value instantly. And that what you see on screen, the positive, upbeat, you just want to hug that dude right by the neck. Like this guy is it. He is really like that.
I
Like
just
all the
want
time.
I just want to know where the damn air horn's coming from. I mean, I hear the damn thing. Where is it coming from, dude? Where's it come from, dude? You can't
Don
fool me.
DeMarco.
I'm just saying.
He's the best.
This has been a hell of a conversation. It really has. I've had a great time with you. Much love. You guys are invited to the carne asada. Oh, okay.
So you got to pick one of us to play drums there, Cruz. What you gonna do, buddy? We'll just let Scott play the guitar.
Oh no. I'll play the guitar. Rob's the drummer now.
I'm having such a good time at it, man.
Well, it's that time, everybody. You know what that means. We go to the back of the page.
It's finally hot seat time. Good. I thought that my seat was getting a little warm.
It's time, and the page is full. You all know this. If you don't know, this is where you just have to answer as fast as you can.
Okay.
So you're allowed to pass. You can pass. I will say.
Okay.
We always start out with the same one every time. It's Coke or Pepsi.
Pepsi.
This is from Camo Cam. He added this to the hot seat. In your best impersonation, I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
That was fucking badass. That was awesome. That was a good one. That was Michael Keaton-ish, I got to say. That was a really good one. And I don't care what anybody says, that cameo of Michael Keaton was probably one of the best parts of the Super Bowl. I don't care.
That was cool.
All right. This is a new one for you guys. Crocs, sandals, or flip-flops?
Which ones are the ones with the one strap, the Adidas? Is that sandals?
The slide sandals, yeah.
Slides, yeah. Nothing can go between my toes, and Crocs, you're never going to get laid.
Socks or sandals?
Not for me, no.
Okay, all right.
Super corny. If it's wintertime, maybe.
What is your all-time vape flavor? Going back, guys. Going back here.
All-time favorite vape flavor? Yeah. Mine. It was called Nomsayn, Nomsayyn. It was a New York strawberry cheesecake. I made it. It got sold by 2 different companies for me. And then when I got done trying to make money off those people, I made it here and sold it to my locals, sold it to my local vape shop. Everybody loves it. I don't make it anymore, but that's my all-time favorite vape flavor.
Okay. All right. What is your favorite or go-to beer or alcoholic beverage?
Blue Moon. Blue Moon. But I've been hitting Ice House lately because it's cheaper. But I've really trimmed down a lot drinking live streams, man. I used to just bam, go to the shop and just nail them. And I guess Peloton time and kind of getting in shape time, I've really trimmed beer back a lot. I hardly drink anymore.
We're pausing the hot seat for just a second. Tell me about that Peloton, because me and Mandy have been showing some interest. Well, how is that?
Oh, this is going to hurt your feelings, but it is 100%. It is 50 grand, no doubt. The Peloton works really well. There's a bunch of content for you to ride along with someone in a class. You know, of course, you can do it live, or you can do the replay. It tracks all your metrics, your heart rate. It's wonderful. The bike itself is super quiet. It's worth every penny you put on it. So if you're down for that, do it. Now, that's where I'm gonna break your heart. I just recently sold mine for like half of what I bought it for. I just wanted it gone. Being a disabled vet, my knees and my hips are absolute garbage. And I tried to push through for at least 8 months of constantly doing Peloton, thinking I'm just going to push through this pain, and there's going to be a time when the pain is no more, and it just never came. I kept making it worse. My hips have gotten considerably worse, so I had to decide to sell both the rower and the Peloton, and I hated it because I was on it 5 days a week without fail. It's sweating my butt off, and I was in such good shape, but it caused way too much pain.
Okay.
I can't stand IPAs, Vato. I hate IPA. That bitter mess. I can't do it.
I'm with him on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to the hot seat. What is your fondest / favorite memory?
The birth of my youngest daughter. The birth of my youngest daughter, Marissa. She was my poopy dude, my sweetheart. She just got, I want to say she's been accepted to 4 colleges. She's in early college right now in her last year, and she's already been accepted to UNC, NC State. There's 2 more that just came in, Radford or something. I can't remember, but there's 4 total that she got accepted to. And she's my 3.9, 4.0 student. She's perfect. I love all my kids, but she's perfect.
Oh,
Takes after her daddy.
If you were to bring back one person in the world or your life that's passed away, who would it be?
In my life, my father, my biological father.
Okay.
Look, so we don't go sad. Mom and dad divorced when they were 7. She said that he didn't care. That was a lie. You know how that happened. So I never talked to him again until I was like 19, 20. And he died just a couple years after that. So I miss so much. And I don't really know who the guy is, which is why I put things on my YouTube so my family, my kids, and my grandkids know who I am, because I don't know my dad as well as I do. But there was a stepfather there, so it's not a sob story.
When you think the word American, who's the best American you know? Or
Me. Aside from me, I'm an American through and through. Patriot. They say that being a patriot is racist or something. I'm the best American I know. But aside from me, you ain't gonna want to hear it. You ain't gonna want to hear it. I'm gonna lose a bunch of followers and friends, and probably Donald Trump, because that dude has done more for me in this country than any president that I've ever even studied. People will say it's a lie. We don't even have to go no further with that one.
And I like the way you worded that. Literally, you didn't even attempt to try to make it like a political type of thing. You were just
No.
That was very good how you said
I
that.
had so much money in my 401k. That's where my financial independence come from, was his term. Before him, I was struggling, but my wife and I calculated how much he personally and his policies brought into our household. Balling. And that's all I need to say about it. They can think what they want. He's a jerk. Yeah, he wants to grab them by the P words. That's what it is. But he put money in my bank account, and I felt safe.
Do you drink coffee?
This is coffee right now. I drink coffee all the time.
How do you take your coffee?
Creamer only. Used to be creamer and Splenda, but Splenda, we just recently cut that off. But creamer.
Okay.
Food Line vanilla creamer.
I have to. I got to ask you these because these are from Mandy. These are all from Mandy because you know my wife is a great cook. If you don't know, she is. Well, anybody who's had her cooking, because I feed my coworkers all the time, and they all are begging for her to bring something in. What is Rob's perfect burger? What's on it?
Oh, my perfect burger. Lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, A1. Simple. From Five Guys, preferably. Or of the double baconator from Wendy's, just like they do it. I'm down. I need meat.
And then what is how do you have your cut and your how your steak is?
Steak is medium, and the cut is ribeye. I'll do it all, but between ribeye and sirloin, ribeye is where it's really at for me.
Okay,
I love ribeye.
Mandy will love that because she's a ribeye and medium as well.
Love
this one's actually for me because I've been eating these because we celebrated last week at my job. We're trying to change the culture at work, so tell me what you put in your perfect nacho tray.
Oh, nacho tray.
Uh-huh.
If I'm doing white people nachos, you'd realize I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that out there up front. I'm just white people nacho. It's literally just sprinkled cheese, thick salsa that's either medium or hot. My wife can't handle hot stuff, so I have to suffer with medium. But if I'm doing it, I would do it like I do my burritos recently. It would be chorizo, papas, little potatoes, probably some refried beans. Man, that's what I really like, and cheese, of course.
You got me salivating.
I am, man. I love Mexican food. If I die and don't come back as a bird or a dog, I want to come back as a Hispanic person that knows how to cook. Dead ass.
Okay. Now this is the debate between me and Mandy. The peanut butter and jelly sandwich. How you making it?
How am I making it? There's only one way to make it. What are you talking about?
Crunchy or what kind of peanut butter?
Oh yeah, creamy. No, yeah, no. Crunchy is for psychopaths.
And what flavor jelly?
Grape. Welch's
Okay.
grape. Yep.
Well, that's one for Mandy because that's hers. Mine's creamy and strawberry.
Strawberry's not bad. If they could take out the little seeds out of the strawberry, I would be down with that.
Okay. Now, are you going to pick a steakhouse / fancy restaurant or a home cooked meal? Which one?
Home cooked meal.
Okay.
Every time.
Okay.
Every time.
All right. If you could put together guitar, bass, drummer, singer, the perfect band, who would they be?
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The perfect band. All right. Drummer would, honestly, for technical ability, it would be Neil Peart. Oh gosh, singer, man. The guy from Slaughter. What was that guy's name?
Mark Slaughter.
Yeah, Mark Slaughter for the singer. Guitar player would probably be. I'm a Metallica fan, but Kirk Hammett's not all that. He's not really technical. Joe Satriani on guitar.
That's my favorite guitar player. Hell yeah.
And bass, I'll give it to Metallica for Jason Newsted or Flea. Or the dude from Primus. Oh my goodness.
Claypool.
I'm going with the dude from Primus. Whatever his name is.
Les Claypool.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Now this is Rob's opinion, but the greatest song ever.
Greatest song ever. Oh. It's a religious song. I can't remember it. I can't remember the name of it, but it gives me chills every time I listen to it, and I want to tell you the name, and I can't even think how it goes right now. But if we're going for, let's go with rock. Probably, it would probably be along the lines of Motley Crue. Anything Motley Crue, either Girls, or Dr. Feelgood, probably for me because I'm an '80s kid. If I had to, just let's go.
Okay.
Or Pantera, or some Pantera. Cowboys from Hell is a pretty good song.
They are coming close by to your area and mine this year, but it's different
really?
people. Obviously it's different people because 2 of them passed away, but it's close. You're going to get to them. They're coming to Hershey Park, and I think they're coming your direction as well.
My elbows are still pretty hard. I could probably throw it in the pit.
Name 3 songs that you want to learn that you consider a challenge on the drums.
Man. Oh my goodness. Wow, dude. Anything from Rush. I can't even think of 3 songs. Can't think of 3 songs.
Can't think of 3 songs. Tom Sawyer.
It's ridiculous. This is preposterous. I honestly can't think. Some from Steve Miller Band. A couple of them from Steve Miller Band. Of course, I can't remember the names of them. One from REO Speedwagon. Can't remember the name of it. And something from Rush. Honestly, I can't think of any names right now.
Okay.
But I'm sure they're on a list right there.
Tell me your daily beard routine that you do.
Very first thing in the morning, before I even let the dogs out, I'll roll right out of bed because I don't want my wife to see me out of uniform. You know what I mean? I don't ever want her to have to see. Yeah, I don't want her to see all kinds of stuff. So I leave the bed, go right to the bathroom, spritz. I got a really dope, cool spritzer, little water spritzer, nice fine mist from Amazon, super cool. I'll just hit everything up, run a brush through it, put my hair back up, and let it dry. Come back in, put some oil, comb it through, and if I'm going somewhere, I'll give it a little bit of heat, throw in a little butter, and get.
Okay.
I keep it as easy as possible these days.
How often do you wash your beard?
Probably every 3rd day. It's between every 2nd and every 3rd day, depending on whose product I had in it before. if it's one
And
of those hang around products.
okay. And I got to ask, because I'm actually experimenting this myself. How often are you using beard conditioner nowadays?
It used to be very, very rare, but I am in the midst of testing something that's on its way out, and it is, I'm going to say, tied for my absolute favorite conditioner, which was Ultra from Chesapeake.
Mm-hmm.
This conditioner is good, and it works as a leave-in, and it works even better as an in-shower. It's
Okay.
the whole gambit. Really, really good. But maybe, I don't even know, a couple days a week.
Okay. All right. Um, you got to eliminate 2 of these: beard balm, butter, and conditioner.
So beard balm, beard butter, or beard conditioner.
You have to you keep one. Who would you get rid of?
I'm getting rid of balm and I'm getting rid of conditioner.
Okay.
I can't live without butter.
I kind of thought that. All right, this one's a 2-parter. And I'm putting him on the spot. Your top 3 and your worst 3 companies you've ever used.
Oh gosh, my
Now,
top 3.
before you answer, I answered this question because he'll tell me the truth. He will
Oh
say,
yeah, 100%, 100%, 100%. I will tell you the truth. My top 3 companies. I don't even know if I could say in this order. I don't think that's fair because they're each different. When I tell you, they're each different. So there's some days I want light, and there's some days I want not. There's some days I want soft, and there's some days I want old. So my top 3 companies, without fail, is Alley Cat Beard Co., Luxurious Bastard, and Beard Octane. They're
okay.
really the only ones I use anymore these days. And the 3 worst products I've ever used in my life was it Big B Beard Co., the very first review I ever did. Back then it was dope, but boy, did the new guys crushed it. So Big B's, whoever the heck that was. Unfortunately, Live Bearded. I haven't retried them. Their butter back 5-6 years ago was just wet chalk. It was horrible. And probably Kingdom Beard Co. Unfortunately. Or JOFM.
Okay. All right. Putting him on the spot again. Give me the Mount Rushmore of beard reviewers.
Mount Rushmore of beard reviewers. You cannot not. How many is on Mount Rushmore?
5.
Oh, I can't give you 5.
4.
I'll give you the best of what. All right, so Dan. Now, if we're going by information, not beard looks, Dan, for information, willingness to go the extra mile to the point of going way too far, but the information is there if you need it, hands down. I really don't watch many. Brian, Beards and Banjos, Brian slips right in there at second. That dude has got really good information. Unfortunately, I just don't watch reviews anymore.
Right.
Let me give you a third. I'm forgetting somebody. Can I bring back Barbado Joe?
Yeah.
Barbado Joe reviewed he reviewed better than I reviewed. He is the scent master, and he really should have the nose on his face insured. He was one of the best beard reviewers, hands down. And I can't think of any more that's actually currently still doing it. I'll give it to Johnny Grooms, even though he was, dry all the time. It was good, not a lie, constant, consistent information. If Johnny didn't like it, he had no problem telling you. So I'm giving you those 4.
There we go.
And I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. If I forget you, I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, is Mark Brown kissing my butt? I'm messing with him completely. He says Scott's on my list as Brian, Scuba, and Dan. Thank you. I appreciate it, Mark. I wish I was that good.
Oh yeah, Scott's a good reviewer too. Let's see. There's no way to win that one, but
I used to could. Give me a minute, I might could again. Throw that redneck in there.
That's what I'm saying. God hope nothing ever happens to Dan, because somebody's gonna have to step in his place, and I don't see it. I don't see anybody ready to do that yet.
Now, in all honesty, no, not saying anything negative. If Dan was to step away from making beard product and such, who do I think would be like literally the right beside him? I got to agree with you. It's Brian. It is.
Yeah, really, really good information.
I love Brian. I've always said that about him. I would put him right beside Dan. 100%.
as far as really, really good information. And damn, what a great beard he's got. I think the only thing that holds him back is that he's so calm. That's
Yeah.
not a bad thing. But these little knucklehead teens and tweens, they don't want calm. They don't want a calm teacher. They want somebody that's going to burp in the thing, scuba. They want stuff like that. But as far as information, if there was no Dan, we would be all bowing to Brian right now. I'm bowing
I
to
just
him right
want to
now.
clarify because I still say it. Dan can't read, y'all. Don't let him fool you. He cannot read. Teacher can't read. Go figure.
Damn, I forgot Jay Cruz too. Jay Cruz is good.
Okay. This one's open to you can give some shout outs to anybody who you think deserves it.
Anybody who deserves some shout outs. Dan C. Bearded. The fact that he's on autopilot with information is commendable, but that's not it. The dude is resilient. He has got armor like nobody I've ever seen. No response, no reaction to anything, anybody. The guy is a locomotive, and he's going to keep going no matter what the hell you try to put in front of his wheels. So, Dan, we've butted heads a few times. We don't really see things eye to eye, and nope, not everybody does. But Dan, for sure. Guys that deserve it, Barbados Joe, 100% deserves all the accolades for the work that he put in with his all the series that he did.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful content that just didn't grab because again, teacher guy, nobody wants to listen to a teacher guy, but I got a lot of value in it out of him. And one last one. Well, two. Gary Dammit Lewis. That's another guy that ain't got no quit in him. He's got no quit in him whatsoever. He does some dumb stuff sometimes, and I stay in his ear. I'm gonna fix that man if it kills me, and he'll be mad that I said that. But he's got no quit in him. And Ken has been quite an inspiration just for how to properly act when you're met with any type of adversity. He's inspired me to just zone it out. And of course, everybody loves Jay Cruz. Jay Cruz, Jay Cruz, Jay Cruz. All hail the Lord of the taquito. Jay Cruz.
I'll give Jay Cruz credit when he shows me the actual air horn. Then I will. Then I'll leave him be. All right, 1 cent forever from that beard. What would it be?
Oh my
goodness. Yeah. I did.
Oh my goodness! I just tried Lux's chakra. I just tried it. I just got it in the mail, and it's so good. It's so good. But
that's Scuba's all-time favorite.
Oh, I know. That's what made me want to have it. It's too new to say that. I can't give it to that. Avenged. Alley Cat Avenged. Non-CBD. I've got the matching cologne too. It is so good.
What is the scent profile? I haven't had that.
It's like a black vanilla woods, if I'm not mistaken. It is so good. And it's not like normally I want a good, strong scent. Hence the Honest State Beard Co. and the Crusher's Creations. Crusher had some great ones. Man, he had some good ones. And so did Rob with Honest State. But Avenged is just so subtle. But boy, does it fit. Every chance that you get to wear it, it fits. I love it. I love it. If you haven't tried Avenged out there, you really need to try it.
I have not tried really that. I really haven't.
With a hat tip to chakra. But I've only wore it once, and it's going to take over here in a minute.
Okay, so my continuation, the top three. So then Avenged and Chakra.
Oh, Avenged, Chakra, and 1985 from what was it, Chesapeake at the time? 1985. It was the peanut butter and jelly. Never seen anybody do that before. You remember that one?
I remember, but I didn't try it. I remember that.
I loved it. It gave me a sensation that I've never experienced before, and it was fun to wear it. 1985. It was a great.
Mark Brown has been through 3 bottles of Avenged. Good Lord.
Mark Brown is the king of support.
Mark Brown
that right now.
He is one.
I don't even know that guy like I need to, but he is a really, really, really good man. I can tell you that right now.
He reached out to me when I was going through my mental health. He was the first person that reached out to me, and I still talk to him. I do. I would call him in the middle of the night or whatever. He is a very supportive person, and I do still appreciate him. We don't talk as much as we used to, but I love that guy. He is a really good guy.
Camo, you better get some avenged, man. Man, find a sale, talk to G, something. You got to get some avenged.
Rogers
And
is
I think
talking
there's going to
about
be some.
what about that 1812 from Honest Ape?
Oh, that was such a good one. That
Yeah.
was such a good one. That's at least hat tip honorable mention. I would say above everything that I've ever had. Thank you, Rogers, A. Ron. Thank you for bringing that up. 1812, the War of 1812 from Honest State is by far the best scent that I've ever had in beard product or cologne. The best scent. And
It
I've
was
asked
good.
Rob, I talked to Rob and I asked him, I said, please don't sell me the formula. Just sell me, sell me like a couple ounce bottle of just no carriers, just the fragrance. I want to make my own cologne for me. I ain't sharing it. I
Right.
just want it. That's the best scent that I've ever smelled in my entire life.
Okay. Okay. What is the best advice you've ever given and received?
The best advice I've ever given. I've given it to a few people, and my most recent is just not listening. Is when you face adversity and you find yourself getting caught up in the whirlwind, put your blinders on. Put your blinders on. Don't worry about what this one's doing, that one's doing. If they're slinging arrows at you, you can't see them things if your blinders are on. And the best advice I ever got, um, a good buddy of mine, and it's so simple. I would constantly worry when I was in the work a day trying to do the best for my family and trying to do everything to please everybody. My buddy just said, "Bro, fuck it." I hate to say it like that. He's like, "Bro, fuck it. You can't do it all." And that's all I needed. It's like, you know what? You're right. That doesn't mean F everything, but just stop worrying about trying to please everybody. That was really
Okay.
good advice.
What was the best Christmas gift you've ever given and received?
I'm not much for getting. I don't really care too much about getting. Um,
Even as a kid, that's what I'm saying. Like as a
oh,
child.
as a kid? Oh, okay. We can
Anyhow,
go way back.
whenever.
So in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, I got a bike. It was like a wood grain bike. It was like what, late 70s. It had the banana seat with it under the tree. I was a big kid in bikes, man. I was BMX racing and everything. On that bike, which was dope, was a yellow construction hat with a big red woo 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 light that went on it. I was out there. We used to open up Christmas at like 2 a.m. So I'm out there at 3 a.m. in the morning on my brand new bike with a yellow hat with a red light just flipping out. That was the best one that I've ever given or I've ever gotten. Um, I've given so much stuff. I think probably something I've made is always something I did give my mom one of the benches that I made for her. I gave her that for Christmas, and that meant a lot to her. But we give so much, we just lose track. Christmas is not for giving. We love giving.
Right. Oh, this is from Rogers. What's he say here? Rob, I got to say, you are one of the few I looked up to. I took your words to heart, and I have been changing my perspective. In the last 5 months, I've never been happier.
That's great. That's great. I still see you sometimes talking all that smack in the comments, but we'll let that slide for right now. You keep plugging towards you, man. I'm really proud of you, what you're doing with your college and your schooling. I'm glad that I thought you were a lost cause, honestly. It's wonderful to be able to see you do something, dude. I'm proud of you.
What is the color of your toothbrush?
Black. It's one of them Sonic black.
And
Everything,
the
all
last
black,
question,
everything.
the last question, because I got to ask, greatest wrestler ever.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
There we go. There we
Stone
go.
Cold Steve Austin.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Rob Acker, you have survived the hot seat. Congratulations.
And you get warm. Thank you, buddy. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Now,
This was a great time.
There's always two questions we always ask at the end. Number one, who do you want to see in the hot seat?
So there's a devil on my shoulder.
Uh-oh.
Should I answer him? I want to see Kentucky Beardsman in the hot seat.
I'm writing it down. I have to write it down.
I want to see Kentucky Beardsman. He can't be that bad. He can't be. There's got to be a soft side to that guy. I'm sure he's a great guy, real deep down in there somewhere.
Okay.
Behind all that mouth.
Okay.
What's the last one?
The second question I always ask everybody, every person. if there's anything I could add or change to the hot seat, what would it be? Your feedback.
Dancing girls. Yeah, you should have dancing girls, maybe with cards.
The
Now,
UFC
honestly,
girls?
yeah, ring girls would be great. No, you know what? Not to make everybody. If you could add something, I don't even know what it would cost. But those little, not that we want to bite everybody else's style, but those sound boxes that people just put your own sounds, like, oh hell yeah! I want to see you hit the
Oh,
button and Stone Cold pop out.
I know what those are, and this just goes to show you guys how much, in all seriousness, I don't even know what those things are. I hear them. I'm
I
like,
don't either. We need to
I
do a
know that's where
GoFundMe.
Jay Cruz is getting the air horn from, but I'm going to be a goofball and always, where's that coming from? You know, that's just me
We can
being
just get you one of those little key clicking things that do different fart noises. We'll just start
yeah.
there since technology and all.
What are they called? What is that thing called? I don't know.
Somebody's got to hit us. I have no idea. Jay Cruz horns. I have no idea what they're called.
Yeah,
I'll find out. I'll find out, and we'll figure out what they call.
I see them. They're hitting like the pad, and I'm like, what the hell is that? I have no idea.
Ken's in here. He should know.
And Cedric from Beard Justice has added this a long time ago. You have the opportunity to throw me into the hot seat for the speed round. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Oh, well, you didn't tell me that.
I thought you knew.
I'm not prepared. I've pulled away from so much stuff, so I get to throw you in the hot seat. Okay. Well, I'm going to give you the easy one first. So, your top 3 beard companies for all product. If you had to pick company, not a product. Top 3.
Luxurious Bastard. In no order. Damn Yankee Beard Company. Honest Amish.
Agreed. Damn Yankee. He's got a gray beard, something that I got that I'll put in occasionally.
Sterling blend.
Yeah, there it is. It works really, really good for me, and I've never really reached out to tell him that, but there it is. I'm gonna slip you to 2. The 2 absolute worst beard products that you've ever been asked to do a review for, or that you've ever tried.
Barn brand.
Let's go with that.
Obviously.
Okay.
Black Rebel.
Yeah.
But because his blend just didn't work. It made my beard more greasy and shiny than anything else. And I'm not knocking it, but it's like I had to keep adding to it. It just didn't work for me.
I've heard a lot of that. When I first got into it, there was a nice guy that friended me up on YouTube. He wasn't even on Instagram or nothing. He's like, hey man, I'm just kind of coming off of this. I just shaved my beard. He sent me a bunch of oils and stuff. And this was 5 years ago. And in there was something that said Black Rebel. It was a clear bottle and it had a clear label on it, but I didn't know what scent it was. I had no clue. Mm-hmm. And I didn't like it. And that was enough for me I just never tried the company. And then I found out the owner. I was like, I'm not going to give that guy my money. But that's just my opinion. So another hard question for Scott.
He's got so many. I know he does.
There's so many, but I'm trying to keep us from going to war.
It don't matter.
Probably the one, aside from Dan C. Beard, because I have to pull Dan out. What reviewer? I'm gonna take out Brian and Dan. What reviewer, aside from Brian, Beards and Bandages, Brian, and Dan, do you respect the most? Respect their word the most? And of course, you can't say me.
Well, this is a tough one. I'm trying not to laugh. I'm trying not to laugh at myself. This is a tough one because I don't like anybody in the world. I say it every time I'm on a live stream. I don't like none of you all. None of you all. I don't like none of you.
Dan and Brian go without saying. So that's just too easy.
I respect the most. And I can't say Rob.
Nope. Kind of shortens the playing field, doesn't it?
No. I'm going to give you 2. Mo, the Bearded Shark, and Barbado Joe.
Yeah.
I got to give it. I'm being 100% honest. I really am. It's got to go to it's got to go to Mo, because Mo looked up to me when he actually reached out to me when he wanted to start making chub bearding content, which I thought was awesome. I still talk to him to this day. I love the guy. I do.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He is. And sometimes when he was, hey, have you tried this? He would honestly get my feedback because he thought this isn't working for me. You know, he was doing research and such. And I'm like, wow. I'm feeling that.
Yeah.
You feeling that? And I'm like, whatever it may be. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's not doing it for me now. But well, maybe it's not working for you. He was always good like that. So
yeah,
I'd give it to Bo or Barbado Joe. Barbado
Yeah.
Joe, without a doubt, he knows what the hell he's talking about.
he's
He does.
brilliant. He's way smarter than anybody ever is aware. He is very smart. All right, the very last one I think that I've got for you, and it's probably going to be the hardest one for you to actually verbalize. And I've not even watched all these. So,
Okay.
During your time in the beard community, you've had a beef with somebody, I'm sure. What's one beef that you've had that you wish that today you could turn it around and talk to that person and make amends because you think there's benefit there? What's one beef you've had that you think about, man, I really wish I could turn that around? Because your answer is going to make it happen.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh, dang, I forgot about Ken too. Oh my goodness, I don't watch enough videos.
I'll answer the question. I liked Ken. I really did. I'm not knocking Ken at all.
I just forget about so many.
Yeah, I think he did a really great job when he was doing his beard product reviews.
So professional.
He had a lot. Yeah, he did a live stream, very professional, and it was super hard for me to not say foul words on his thing because it just comes out when I speak.
Good dude, heart of gold and armor of a knight.
I would have to say one or two people in the bearding community, because we don't talk anymore. Honestly, nothing against the guy, Dan C. Bearded. We really don't.
Oh, really?
We don't. No, I'm not saying any negativity at all.
Oh yeah.
I haven't talked to him in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I don't want to say I'm not blaming anyone. We just went our separate ways.
Yeah.
Don't talk to him. Or Gary Lewis.
Gary's really?
Gary's a good dude.
I thought y'all still talked. I did not know.
No. Honestly, nothing wrong, nothing negative about him at all. Just we butted heads, just like you and I butted heads with him. We
yeah.
Things happened.
I think the headbutting that happens in the past is just meant to kind of help check a friend, and it's just never received well.
Yeah,
for the best of us.
Gary and I we met a couple times. We actually went out to eat and such a couple times. It was awesome. And speak of the devil, there's the fucker now.
Oh yeah, he was creeping, I'm sure. What's up, Gary? I know you didn't. I know you didn't miss your boy. Gary is my closest friend in the community. We talk regularly. He's a really, really good dude with a heart of gold. He gets such a bad rap.
Yeah, Gary. Rob was throwing me in the hot seat, and he said if there was anyone that I could make things better, make amends in general, and I had said, Dan C and I, we don't really talk, and that's okay. And I said you, so I respect. And Gary, like I said, Gary was one of those guys that I had to call about that bad review I had to post up. I called Dan C, I called you, Rob, and I called Gary. I did, and I was like, I went to the three people who would have given me the honest opinion, and you all three. You got to do it. You have to do this. It's you. So that's what I did.
Yeah.
Nothing to amend for. We just get busy and life happens. Life has definitely happened to me in the past couple of years. As you all can see that I haven't really done any content at all. Not the fact I don't want to do it. Life happens. It really does. And I tried to change it up last year. I did, as I took a big change. And committed to shave my beard off and started fresh, committed to a company, which has been great. It really has been. But I can't lie, I have been missing the itch to kind of get back into it. I really have been, because you kind of got that train going, you fucker.
I'm telling you, man, it's commendable that you've committed to that type of long term use of Lux. When you said it, I'm like, oh man, you're gonna regret it. Not because of Lux. People always ask me if I try a new product. Well, they know I liked Honest Ape at the time, or they know I like Alley Cat now, and I'll say, damn, that butter's good. Well, is it better than Alley Cat? Is it better than Honest Ape? Is it better than this? Is it better? There's no such thing as something that's better. It's probably of the best in categories for what I want. One day I want a light oil with a natural feeling beard. The next day I want to be locked in. The next time I want to use Alley Cat CBD and have my beard so light and fluffy it almost leaves my face.
Yeah.
There is no is it better than mine. No two butters. I've not ever seen two butters that are virtually identical. Maybe Dan has, maybe other reviewers that have used a lot of products, but there's no such thing as the best. But the point was locking down to one product. Who's that guy from Beard Gents that was talking about, like, I don't know, aerobics for your beard, or I don't know what he was talking about. You use different blends. He's on to something. There's definitely something to that, to just shake your beard up and give it something different.
Beard Gents. I remember that company.
Is he still around?
I can't answer that question because he got caught. He took some of my content and made a commercial for himself, and I found out secondhand. And I'm not trying to be rude about it. He literally took some of my footage of his review and used it in one of his ads or whatever, which I didn't appreciate. It's real simple. Just ask the person if you can use their stuff, such as a photographer. Ask them, can I use your photo, such and such? It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't. He just went about it, but he tried to make me like I was in the wrong. He tried he tried to say that I had another company's shirt on. Dan C. Bearded and Scuba wear other people's hats and such.
Companies don't write the rules, but
what's the difference? Right. And he was like, I know what he did. He blurred out the company, and I'm like, don't touch my shit. And to this day, he tried to cause a problem on my live streams, and I literally was like, because I called my moderators, I called him the wrenchman. I said, get him out. He was gone. And then he tried to message me. I said, no, dude, you're in the wrong. You asked for a review, you got it. You don't change my content. You don't use it unless you ask. It's common sense.
Yeah, that's not cool. I didn't know that happened.
I know for
pot stirs, man.
Well, I know that I'm in one that an ad that I see from time to time, and it doesn't really bother me. It's same scenario, but I'm like, I'm back then I was butthurt about that stuff. Now I'm like, does it really matter? Honestly, it's a company. The ad's still going today, and it's actually a company who ripped off some of my people from Christmas in July, and I won't associate with them anymore because of it. That's
wow.
Because that was a fun thing to do. Giving away 30 days of free product, one big giveaway. But the company agreed to it, committed to it, and then that person, because I asked them, I always have them put on a big. I didn't know Rob was being interviewed by Becky Lynch, not Kevin Owens. I had everybody do I had each company owner for 30 minutes. And I was like, hey, would you do a flash sale for 30 minutes? To this day that I know of, Damn Yankee Beer Company did a 60% off the site for that 30 minutes, and that was his biggest selling to date that I know of.
Wow.
Well, the company that I'm not mentioning, they completely forgot about the whole live stream and everything, and they didn't have a sale. They were putting out a product that was more important to them, and they didn't send out half the stuff that they were supposed to the winners. No joke. It
That's
bothers
a
me
bad look.
because it's a fairly well known company, and I didn't do anything wrong. I won't even give them acknowledgement by any means. I'm like, you screwed over my followers, screw you. But
Yeah.
then they use my video footage in their ad. I'm like, okay, you can have it.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of crappy then. Okay, I was gonna say, I was just getting ready to say, if it's a one-off, if you've never seen them, and I don't know who it is, nor do I need to know. Normally, I'll give somebody the benefit of the doubt if it's the first time I've ever seen them act out, unless it's direct to me. But if I've already seen you screw somebody before, I am already done.
Yeah,
Already, a lot of these people that post these little hateful comments all over our community, that may be somebody that I'm following is following me. If I see that, but they're gone, they don't even know it. I don't need it. I highly recommend that everybody do that. Man, just stay away from that junk. I can't stand people like that.
yeah. I that's one reason why I'm not the biggest fan of if I'm doing live streams again and such. I really don't want to. If a company's going to commit to doing a giveaways and things like that, the people are tuning in. They're not necessarily expecting them, but they're anticipating them.
Right.
If I win one and I ain't getting it, kind of sucks. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It really bothered me.
Yeah.
It really did. Like I said, I'm like, really, dude, you committed to, because I always set the Christmas in July up like now, February, 4 months in advance, so that way
Mhm.
everything was smoothly ran. And I'm like, really? That person was, I think they were the second company. So they were like in the beginning of the month, and they never sent the shit out. And I'm like,
Mm.
really?
Yeah. That happened to me one time, and it wasn't really a huge deal. Um, it's just, I think what bothers me more is the fact that, like, just for an example, there's no giveaways planned in here tonight, I'm certain. And we're not nobody. We're not Dancy. We're not going to pull 300 people. I'm not expecting that at all. But now, if we've got 18 in here now, if we just said something about a giveaway in a post, there would be 50, 60 people in here. That bothers me.
I got
But
one.
I was like, come on, guys.
I have a
I, I
giveaway.
I like free stuff too. Oh, you have a giveaway? Well, then let me shut up.
Oh, no, no, no. Well, no, I'm not like, I have one that I wanted to do. I've had people send me mystery boxes to me of Luxurious Bastard since I've been committed to it.
Hmm.
And I have a 5-pound box of Lux stuff literally just here. I'm like, I want to
Yeah,
give it to somebody. Nothing
yeah,
against it. I just have so much stuff from, I'm
yeah,
like, I don't need it. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to, hey, I got a big giveaway, because that's fucking
yeah.
clickbait.
So I've got the same problem. I recently went through when I switched over to fragrances for which has been really, really rewarding. I don't have any ill will towards beard stuff, but I mean, it only goes so far when
Mhm.
fragrances for me last a little longer, but they cost a lot more. So if you're on a budget, it's not the way to go. But I'm sitting on two Walmart totes, them big clear Walmart totes. I want to say that I weighed both of them, and they're like 27 or 30 pounds of just product. I mean, to the rim where I could barely get the top on of all my old products. Maybe a third of them, or a quarter of them, a fourth of them are probably spoiled and out of date. But I mean, it's stuff that I'm never going to wear again. And I don't want to do a giveaway because now I got to wrap them all up and ship them, or I just don't want to just give them to somebody. I want somebody to come drive to me and be like, hey,
Yeah,
man, let me get that. And like, here, I don't even need nothing. I don't want nothing. Just take it. Because it's going to go to the dump.
right.
I don't even know what to do with all that product I got.
I am not. I cannot lie. I have probably reviewed thousands of bottles of beard oil, which I'm not complaining. I wouldn't even know what to do with all that stuff if I kept all of it. Literally, it would probably take up like, I don't need, the biggest tote you could get from Walmart. I just want a Tom Ford giveaway if those exist. Yeah, okay.
Oh, were they kidding?
No, Camo Cam's talking about
Oh,
it. No,
oh,
Gary, there is no giveaway.
wouldn't that be nice?
I was saying I had one, but I didn't want to use it as clickbait to get people in here. So I'm just
Yeah.
holding on to it.
It's a better environment if it's not a bunch of folks. And I understand. I'm in on giveaways, and I've had such a great run of luck lately. I've just stopped playing. Where if I play, I'll pay it forward. Like more than half the time, I'll pay it
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah,
I get it. People want free stuff. I don't fault them for that. I wanted
yeah.
stuff free.
Now, if it's something that I really want to try, of course I'll take it. But for the most part, I'll do a review or whatever. But for the most part, I'm like, no. If I want, pass it on to the next person, whoever, whatever.
I'm telling you, man, there's one company out there that I have heard about over and over and over and over again, and I've not tried. And it was like, I guess they popped out at the same time I just stopped buying product, and I just didn't want to try anything new because I was set in my ways. Magic City. Have you ever tried it?
Mm-mm. Can't say I have.
I've heard so many good things about Magic City, and I'm not interested in trying it now, but it's been all I hear. Oh, you ain't tried Magic City? You ain't tried Magic City? Bro, man, I got Alley Cat. I got Lux. I got Octane. I got the goods. Slick.
Gary always thousands worth. What? Oh, I'm reading the comments here.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Newer companies. I know. I feel bad because I feel bad saying it because I'm recycling what I'm saying. I'm not in the beer game as much as I used to. I don't really know any new companies anymore. I really
Same.
don't. I
Same.
There's one that was a part of the fall extravaganza, Voodoo Men's Craft. I'm sorry if I can't know their name properly. They were awesome. Their set,
Really?
their blend was really good. They're from Virginia. They're kind of in between me and you. They're pretty good. Really good company. I think they're from Manassas, if I'm not mistaken. It sounds right. Somewhere around there.
Drive through there all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. I know their name is Voodoo Men's Craft. I remember the scent that they had. It was very, very good. I really enjoyed it. Did you ever try Brothers Groom, Rob?
I can't say that I have.
I did. I tried their orange scent, and it was really good.
I can't say that I have.
They were on an Etsy site. I remember that. I remember that one.
I got really picky, and at the time there were a lot of companies that were kind of getting way out of pocket with lip, and I just kind of just clicked the light switch on those guys. I didn't want to. I don't know if that one did or not, but you can't have them all, man. I know that you have. There's no way that I am in beard products less than $6,000 at this point. There's no way.
I didn't even know he was in here. I didn't see the comment. Hey, Scuba, I didn't see you in here, sir.
Scuba made me fall in love with Chakra.
Yeah.
Scuba, I'm going to tell you to your face, man. You better treat that girl right or I'm going to shoot my shot. I'm going to steal it from you, buddy. You better hold on tight. She's a good one.
Oh, wait a minute. Gary says he's realized he has two badass drummers on screen. One's retired, though. That'd be me. That'd be me. I retired. Oh, that was it. They had a Malone's Irish Pub. That was a really good scent. I did get to smell that. I liked that one. That one was a really nice scent because Kim even told me about that one.
I've heard about that one.
Yeah.
Grave Before Shave. I don't know how that one. I know it's not lauded as being a really good product. I don't know. I've not heard anybody say how good it is. But that's one I'm really surprised that I never even reached out to try.
Who?
Of all the things, Grave Before Shave.
Grave Before
one of the OGs.
I really don't. Nothing against them. I think that company is well off, and that's probably why they never really reached out or wanted to us to do reviews in general. Because the dude is his stuff. Don't you dare, Rob. You tried the shock.
That's what he told me before. Don't do it.
Grave Before
Shave. I did try the chakra.
Grave Before Shave was a good company, honestly. Scuba talked about them a good bit, and that's where I got the recommendation from. Their oils are $12.99 on Amazon.
Oh wow!
Your house in 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, and on the website as well, $12.99. They may have
happened to those prices.
Yeah, and he sells about a 4-ounce tub of butter for $25. His washing conditioner was pretty damn good, honestly. I did a review on the cigar blend because that was Scuba's favorite. That's a really good, nice tobacco vanilla, a little bit of spice in it. The butter was literally, I think it was like a whipped texture. It was really, really light. It was good. The balm was a standard balm. The artwork and everything was great. I mean, I think a tattoo artist of some sort does their artwork, and it's all really nice. But they were really nice. They sent me a T-shirt. They sent me a bandana. And I didn't tell them I was a reviewer or nothing. I just ordered the stuff off their website, and I'm like, where the hell is all this coming from? Yeah.
That's one thing. That's one thing that I never did, and I'm so glad that I can still say that is I was never one of those. And I understand how guys would think it's okay, but I was never one of those reviewers that was like, "Hey, my name's Rob. People call me straight bearded. I can make your company so much better if you'll send me some free product for a review." Bro, I hated that stuff. I hated when people said they did that. I
Do
reached
you,
out to a company. I ain't reaching out to no company.
do you guys
It,
remember Uncle Donnie's Vanilla Orchard? Yes, I
yeah.
do. That was good shit. Oh my! Wait a minute. We have a opening bid auction is for Scott to play his song of choice on the stream. What? Wait, what does he what does he want me to do? I don't have my drum set anymore, so I can't do that. Rob can because he has an electronic kit.
I sure can.
In
I'm
all
not
honesty,
gonna, but I can.
guys, if I was to play the microphone and stuff for the camera, it would literally sound like garbage. Being dead serious.
No, when I jumped in the green room and you were playing, I could hear that you were playing something and it sounded good, but it was just so high pitched and tinty. It
Yeah,
just not on the right mic. I understand.
right. I'd have to have a whole audio setup, and I honestly don't have it. It's just literally my camera into my laptop. Scott on guitar, Rob on drum. Hey, Rob was
That
the other
would be a great idea, but how does the delay work in that? Like, how could we even keep in time? Is that possible? There's got to be a delay between you and I.
Thank you for
I
the
don't even know if that's
29.
possible.
Thank you for the $30 donation, Scuba. Appreciate that, buddy. I really do. Thank you. How there is it's like a split second delay. I'm not sure
That
how long or whatever. I really don't.
that
Uh
would come across sounding so horrible.
and I honestly can't play because it's 9:30 where I live, and Mandy's upstairs probably asleep, and I don't want to wake
Free bird.
play a song on the screens. You just record guitar and then send the video to Rob. He plays.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a great
okay.
idea, actually.
Okay.
That's a great idea.
I did. Me and Pete. So not a lot of people know this. Me and Pete from Damn Yankee did that. We did it different. I just used my iPhone, and I sent him a track of me playing the drums, and I used it as one of my little music like in between intro things, and he recorded a guitar track to it.
Very cool.
He did it. It's only like 10 seconds long. It was really quick. Yeah. No one knows that. See, not a lot of people know that.
That's cool.
The music that was in some of my older videos, that was me and Pete.
Man, I'm telling you, I'd love to get in the band. I know I'm too old for it, and my wife would allow it, but I am not trying to be around some stinky old stale beer and some fast and loose women that I got to keep telling no to. I'm not ready for that life. I'm not ready for that life.
Daniel from Grindstone says, "Play
Unless they got money. If they got money, I'll consider it.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a sugar mama.
If you played ambient music on your guitar while reviewing a product, it might be the next big thing." You know what? I actually did. I have been thinking about that though, Scuba. As I'm literally. I thought about doing this in review videos. I thought about playing something for about 30 seconds and then just setting my guitar on the stand. Like as it literally, I'm not even looking at the camera, noodling on my guitar. Hey, how you doing?
Or let it be an additional product challenge to use either their oil or butter while it's on your fingers while you're fingering the guitar. You know what I mean? While you're playing the guitar, and which one can make you slide up and down the neck the best? What have we become?
It would condition your
It
guitar.
would.
Honestly, they do because
It would.
Brian does that. He uses a beard oil from time to time,
Unless it had BTMS in it or something.
Yeah. Brian, he told me that a long time ago. He says, "Hey, I use it sometimes. He'll use it on his acoustic." I'm like, I've never thought to do that.
Oh wow, because I'm having some issues with the bass being a little rough with the brand new strings. I think I might consider that. I'm gonna try that.
It's not going to hurt it. Think about it.
It's a pawn shop bass. I mean, it's still $100.
What I mean is, like, what for the most part, they tell you to put lemon oil on it, and that keeps it conditioned.
Really?
Good to see you. Hey, Scuba, thank you for the donation. Very much appreciated. It's good to see you in here, man. We got to chat.
Thanks, Scuba. I'll stay away. I
Oh,
promise.
look who strolls in here.
What, the Dave himself. What up, dude?
The man of
That
the
guy.
hour.
Chakra. I didn't get a chance to talk to Scuba about Chakra, but he was 100% on point. He said it was his favorite of all
Yeah.
time, and I am of the back a few years ago. If somebody said, "Man, this is my favorite," I'm all over it. I'm buying it just to buy
Yeah.
it. These days, no, but he was so on Chakra, and I got that in the mail yesterday and put it in before I took the shower. Just to you've tried that, right?
Yeah. It was a good one.
It's a really good one.
Chakra was a really good one. One of Mandy's customers has a beard, and he was starting to get. I passed it on to him because I had so much. I like Chakra. Mandy really liked Chakra. She did.
Diamond Hand from him was another one. It was aside from the 1812. I'm so glad that he got away out from under the shadow of. I'm sorry, 1912. Thinking of Honest Ape. I did the remember. I don't know if you remember when I did the 1812 and the 1912 from Honest Ape and Lux and split them and called it, what is it, 3724 or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm glad that he got out from under the shadow of 1912. But Diamond Hand was one that I really, really, really liked, and I don't hear many people talking about that.
I didn't get to get that one. It bugs me because I know he that was a collaboration he did, and it bugs me. I didn't try that one. I was like, shit.
Yeah, it was a real good, sharp, powerful. I love those powerful, strong scents like that.
Dave hit the nail on the head right there. That's the thing. 1912 is a scent you're either going to love or hate, such as Holy Grail from Kingsman. You're either going to like it or you're not. It's
right.
And I agree with you. I hate using the word subjective, but that's the case in point, though. To me, I say it every time. The most unique and original scent to me is 1912 because there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it.
And there never probably ever will be. It took me 4 wears to even get to where I dare say understood what was going on.
Yep.
And then after that, I didn't like it at first, but I'm like, I got to force myself to at least try it. And then I just fell in love with it. And that love lasted 6-8 months. And I was like, okay, I'm overloaded. It was so powerfully. So it was just, it's a mind F is what it is.
I just did a video for Dave of my favorite, since I'm using his stuff now. Did you decide a name on that prototype stuff? Oh, I saw the post. I'm not sure if we did or not. I was talking in my last video I posted last week. I wanted to put out my favorites of Lux. So I figured I might as well give him a little bit of some recognition he deserves since I'm using his stuff for the year. And I said to this day, it's been since 2018 that's my all-time favorite scent. And I'm like, that should tell you something. And I have it in oil, balm, butter. I had the cologne. I bought the cologne. I even told him, I said, I would feel guilty using the beard wash because you're just throwing it down the drain. I would. I'd be like, damn, that's a waste.
See, they keep throwing names in the chat, and I'm seeing it's killing me.
What's that?
I pulled away from beard scented products, but Lux keeps coming out with bangers. I'm seeing people saying some Deadwood, and of course 1886. I haven't tried. There's so many that everyone he's coming out now is like dark in my wheelhouse, and I just can't. I can't go back. I'll dabble. I wish that there was a way for you love OG Bastard as an OG Bastard. I wish there was a way for companies to have the scratch and sniffs, like on a sample page or something. That would be so cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool. It's. I'm sitting here thinking about it now as we're talking about this. It's like I'm trying to word it correctly. We've had like a long history in the past 3 to 4 years in general of our bearding content journey. Yeah. It's almost to the point now where we're forgetting more than what we actually do,
Yeah, I've forgotten way more than I knew. I think it's probably early onset Alzheimer's.
I've thought about that a lot. I'm like, there are so many companies that we all tried and reviewed and such. I'm like, Wow.
It's a lot of them. It's a lot of
Yeah.
them. And the cream. What's cool is being in the position that like you, of course, but I even consider myself in that. I didn't try them all, but I tried the ones that got not the hype. They just got enough to be talked about. Those are
Mhm.
the ones I grabbed. And I'm telling you, to be able to pull 2 or 3 favorite companies out of that is insane. It's
Yeah.
insane. But I mean, I'm so happy with my choices because Octane, Lux, Alley Cat, none of them, they're not like the other. They're
No,
all
no,
completely different. And
no.
they all are the absolute best to me in their class. I love it like that. I'm so glad that I don't have to be new just buying random stuff because somebody said so that I can't trust 9 times out of 10. Just to try it and lose my money. I'm so glad that I'm at the point now that I know what I like and I know what works well in my beard.
That's
I hate
exactly
it for new
that,
beardsmen.
that's exactly where I am now. I regularly buy and use, what works for me, honestly.
Mhm.
And since we're all talking openly here, including everyone on in the chat, Chesapeake Beer Company, as we all know, Gary was the owner of that company. They killed it. They were fucking brutal. When I mean in a good way, that company had
Yeah.
it going on. I still say this to this day, and he doesn't like it. He should have never gotten rid of Cubano. Now, I say it wrong on purpose. Cubano was fucking money. I loved
Yeah.
that scent. I loved his take on with Honest State tribute. That was a hell
Uh-huh.
of a scent. I love that
That
one.
was that was a really good one. That was a
And
good one.
and I have it to this day because I got it before he discontinued it. Alley Cat made Scarecrow. I have that. That is probably, if I had to pick one, the best fall scent I've ever had. It's pretty damn close if I had
I'm,
any for it.
I wish that I had such a good experience with, and I know that me and Gary, like I've never seen anybody in the community to this day that was at each other's throats the way me and Gary were. We were just fire and gasoline. It's happening. It was really, really bad, and it was all account on me standing up for people not knowing what I was talking about. So
I
long
didn't
story
miss it,
short,
Gary. I didn't miss it. I got one of those. I still have it. I still have it right now. It's still strong as shit. I wear it about once a month. Um,
Chesapeake stuff just really didn't grab me. But when he got out of the box, and or not the early Chesapeake when he was using the colored labels,
yeah,
I can't remember when he moved on. I think when retro came out was probably my first big love. That was CBG, right? Yeah, that was
yeah.
CBG.
See,
Okay.
yeah,
So along that time is when he started making stuff. It's almost like he matured as a maker. I really started liking his stuff, and now Alley Cat is another level up with the Fizz 182 and the Scumbag Joe's and Avenged. Yeah, they're really, really good. It's nice to be able to watch him grow as a maker.
Scumbag Joe is really, really good.
I don't
I
wear that enough. I need to wear that more.
I bought a box of Alley Cat last year. I held on to it for a little bit because I had a bunch of reviews that were like before it, and I was slowly making content at that time. But I wanted to give Gary an honest and real thorough review, and I did. His shit
Mm.
was really good a year ago. I'm sure it's still just as good. I liked his shit a lot. I really did, and I still do. That was some really good shit. I say that in an all positive way. I
What
smell
was
I smell Scumbag Joe, and to me, it was a great barbershop that turned to a cologne. And I was like, I don't know
yeah.
how the hell he did that, but it's good.
I just wish that I wish we could get more. I wish that I could get stronger. But I know the IFRA standards and all the things. Scumbag Joe to me, but coming from for anybody normal, Scumbag Joe is a perfect strength.
Yeah,
But I want, Mo says he doesn't want to leave a trail of beards. I want the world to know it. I don't
yeah.
care. I'm wearing it for me. I want to smell it long term.
I'm the same
I
way.
hate that they're being limited by the IFRA standards and how much fragrance oils they could put in. I hate that
Now
because there's so much greatness that's just getting pushed to the wayside.
I haven't talked to Dave from Lux. Hey Dave, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much.
Have a great one, Dave. I want
Good,
that truck, buddy.
good to always see you
Beautiful.
in here. I actually didn't ask Dave because I was curious because I always said that Luxurious Bastard had the strongest scents. I don't know if he toned them down. I can't tell. I really can't.
I want to say, just from my experience, they might be slightly toned down.
Yeah, I'm not.
But if you have to take like 1912 out of that mix, because
Yeah,
that one's got to be breaking all the laws. There's no way. But like Holy, things like that, they were still strong-ish. I want to say that if they're not the same, they're maybe slightly toned down, but
yeah.
they're still at a level that's above most other companies as far as longevity of the fragrance.
Mm. I'm not. I'm. Yeah. Well, I was going to say earlier when we were talking about how all the companies they're different in their own way. I
Mhm.
answer your question, Honest Amish literally is the meat and potatoes for what they offer. That is the meat and potatoes, and it's consistent. It works really good for my beard. It makes my beard shine the best out of all the beard products I've ever used. I get huge compliments every time I've ever worn them. Yes, Camo Cam put Holy and 1912 together, and it is absolutely amazing. I will agree with you there. It works, Rob.
Wow.
Holy Bastard in 1912. It is money.
I gave Holy away a long time ago when it first came out. I had it for a couple months ago. I was not a fan of frankincense at the
Yeah,
time. And then somebody made a frankincense and changed the game for me, to where I actually woke up to it. I wish I could remember so I could shout them out. Was it Barden? Remember Barden, another company we've forgotten
it
about?
was Barden. It
Remember how
was
good that stuff was?
it was Barden because I remember you talking about it in your review.
Yeah, yeah,
I remember that because I did a review of Barden as well, and that was a hell of a company.
yeah. That was
I
a
really
great
like.
company.
Does he
It
doesn't make
was,
anything right now, does he? I don't think.
I don't know. I don't see them. I
Yeah.
don't know. I honestly don't know. It's
Diablo
crazy how much we've been through.
Diablo bearded, yes, it does kind of smell like a Catholic church. So if you're familiar with that scent, you'll know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Damn Yankee Beer Company. Pete, and I still say it to this day, he's the master of using tobacco. That's just my opinion. There is no one. I mean, there are good tobacco scents. Don't get me wrong. Pete is he's just the master of using tobacco. I
Let,
love his tobacco scent.
let me interject real quick on some damn Yankee. I've tried a few of theirs, and he does his scents really well. It was never one of the ones that I just gravitated to. I mean, I
Right,
guess not, just wasn't one of the ones.
right.
But if there's anybody in this chat that's got a gray beard and you have not tried,
Sterling.
um, help me, Sterling
Sterling.
from, oh my God, the company we were just talking about. Is that
Damn
early
Yankee.
onset Alzheimer's?
Damn
Damn
Yankee.
Yankee. The Sterling blend from
Yeah.
Damn Yankee is quite possibly, it's not quite, it's the best gray beard oil that I've ever used. It's
Mm.
really, really good. If I'm in trouble, if I feel that my beard's in trouble and just feeling real yucky, Sterling is a fix for me for whatever reason.
It
Enough to
works.
get me by for several days to use other things until the next wash or whatever.
Yeah.
Graybeards guys in here, Sterling blend from Damn Yankee. I promise you,
It's really, really good.
it's really good.
And then Lux, like I said, he has my all time favorite scent. He's great at what he does. We all know it, and he's turned into a brand in general. You know, he offers uh, purses and such. You know, it's good.
Oh, these rings! I
Yeah,
love my ring. That came from Lux. It might have been like 12 or 15 bucks. This bracelet came from Lux. It might have been, I don't know, $9, $10.
and
Lava stones.
you could put beard oil on that
I
bracelet.
do.
Yeah,
I'll spray fragrance on it, whatever cologne I'm wearing that day, and
yeah,
it'll help me boost. Yeah, Lux has got a lot. I wish he would get more rings, or at least I need to find out where else I can get them, to have something to change into. I've got a bearded villains ring from way back when I was in the villains. Things didn't go quite right, and I don't feel right wearing a bearded villains ring, not being a bearded villain. So it's
it's almost that kind of reminds you of a Sons of Anarchy thing there.
uh,
I get a biker club like you can't wear that
I
anymore.
don't want to upset the beard gods.
Right.
They come for you on their scooters and things. I
We are
guess I don't
literally
know.
we are literally OGs in the bearding world now. You know that?
You're the OG. I'm the pup.
No, it is in your handle for Instagram. You're OG Rob.
That would have never happened if it wasn't for Jay Cruz. Straight bearded. I've been wrestling with what to change my YouTube channel name to for the longest time because the straight, as I said before, it is not a gay straight type thing. It's not an anti or nothing. It was a straight from straight pluming. that I just turned into straight bearded. But I put up wood content, RC content. I put up whatever, and I have no idea what to name my channel at this point. So I just left it straight bearded. And when I pop in live streams, no one ever says hi, straight bearded. They always like, hi, Rob. Like everybody knows me as Rob. So I have no clue what to change the name to.
You could just be straight OG Rob. You could be.
Yeah, that's just pushing it. That's just pushing it. I don't know.
You can just be straight Rob. But keep the Str8. I love that.
I was gonna put like straight fragging, but that doesn't sound good at all.
No.
That doesn't sound good at all.
No, that is true.
The channel doesn't have a purpose anymore unless there's somebody out there like a new beardsman who wants to know something about a blend or something that I've got, or they want to know one of the past 12 hobbies that I've been into. I don't mind it. It's just content. It'll strike somebody. I got one it might be a 30-second video that I think I've got 100,000 views on right now, of just teaching somebody how to build a vape coil, and it got like 100,000 views. There's my something got a lot of views. Oh, the hat stretching video I did. If y'all got big heads, that hat stretching I think it's up to 95,000 views. And I just popped up out of my chair one day. I was like, I gotta get this on film. No plan, no nothing, just did it, and it's almost got 100,000 views.
I actually watched that video, and I got educated from that.
It works.
I was like, this is genius. I'd have never thought of that.
People are spending their money on these little hat stretchers, bro. Put it over a pot. Bowl that pot. I'll save $1 quick. I'll spend $1 quicker, but I'll save $1 pretty quick.
Guys, I want to continue this chat with Rob, but unfortunately, I do have to call tonight because I'm the only person at my job where then they don't have a replacement, and I have to call tonight to get some sleep. Before we go, though, this has been a really good chat. I think this has been long overdue for me and you. I love you to death. I still respect your opinion to hell and back, no matter what. I really do. Because of you, I've been talking to the good Lord. That's your fault, and you can take full responsibility for that. And also, I shouldn't be saying this right now, but I'm going to. I'm coming back to the bearding game. I shouldn't be saying it because I will fulfill my commitment for 1 year with the Luxurious Bastard. I will do that. I'm coming back.
Baby steps.
Yes. I just hope you guys are ready because it's going to be a fun ride again. Because I may just have to be a little bit more strict and hard on these companies for the most part. Because I've always been known as one of the guys who has been straight, being honest. But if it ain't impressing me, they ain't getting any high ratings anymore. Just saying.
There's no need to be rude with it. Just, I know you wouldn't. Just be as honest as possible.
Right.
They'll weed themselves out.
Yeah.
So this is happening. The Finger 11 Paralyzer, that's happening shortly after I get off the live stream. I'm going to give that a shot tonight. I'll let you know how it goes. Straight snaring.
He'll tag me in the video. He'll be like, just for you. And he'll start. I have a feeling that Rob is going to nail this song probably within the second or third time that he attempts the song. I'm pretty sure he'll be.
I hope so.
100%.
It feels so good when you do it, man. It feels so good. It feels so good. I know my buddies are making fun of me with all my hobbies, but I'm telling you, this one is a lock. I'll drum till I die. I promise that.
No one watching this will understand unless they know that they've done it. Then once you do it, you're hooked.
Yeah.
You're hooked.
Yeah, I'm hooked. I'm hooked.
Rob,
it's been a wonderful time, dude. I want to say that I was nervous coming up here, but I've put off doing live streams for so long. So many people had asked me to do a live stream, and I'm like, man, I'm so afraid of what I'm going to say. Because I say stuff. I mean, I say stuff that people don't like, and it's true. But I've done a little bit of work on myself over the last year, and I am at a comfortable place where I trust me. So thanks for giving me the opportunity and the venue, and thanks for reaching out to me to get me on here, and maybe I can get on a couple other live streams if somebody wants to. I don't even know whatever they would want. I don't know. Who knows? They can just talk to me on the phone if they like. But thank you for reaching out to offer that to me. I appreciate it. It's been a great time.
Man. I thank you for coming on here. It's been.
And if you need anything, if you have a bad day, if you've fallen short, if you can't pick your ass up, I promise you, I'm your guy. I promise you. The door is always open, regardless of what happens in your life. If you need somebody to talk to, I am your dude. I got you.
I will remember that from now on. Thank you, Rob.
There you go.
We're going to end it on that note, everybody. I want to thank you all for tuning in. It's been a while. I told you guys, I don't want to make this a weekly thing because I don't want to commit to it and then life gets in the way. I've taken the route of the Stone Cold Steve Austin way. You never know when he's going to put up his session, but you're going to watch it every time he's there. So that's what I'm doing.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. So we're going to end it on that note. And Rob, you always the guest always sends us out.
Y'all, thanks for coming out. I really, really appreciate y'all here listening for 2.5 hours. Really appreciate it. Feel loved. It's nice. We'll be seeing y'all around. If anybody out there needs anything, if you feel like crap, hit me up. I'll help you through it. Thanks, Scott.
Y'all be good.
Big love, y'all. Take it easy.